when my laptop is like 10 years old.
Hey, especially
Yeah,
talking about years old. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode
7 years old. What?
Ginton Dice.
What?
I don't know.
gosh.
You guys were
Oof.
talking about the young age
That's
stuff.
too early, Joseph. That's too early.
Oh, that's way too early.
So, anyways,
again.
yes. Unfortunately, we are down one player. Maybe he will join us later. Maybe he won't. We'll find out. But nevertheless, also, I feel terrible. So if my voice goes out and I have to start doing weird
The-
sign
the-
language,
The sign languages, they like hit the charades. We just start playing charades.
yeah,
Bob, you're.
if
Sounds like.
if I have to, this will become a text style D&D.
Oh, that's good.
So it's like, man, I gotta learn how to text.
Autocorrect. Elise.
Oh boy.
God. Wait, what happened to Elise? No.
So
I'm sorry. Autocorrect. My bad.
yeah, it happens.
Cold dice. Like it's not 8 dice, cold dice. It's I have to, because we're role play, that you have to like break the connection so that we look, so it actually looks like you
I
died.
mean, just go shut the router off. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, if
Oh God.
if that's how it goes, then that's how it goes. But nevertheless,
Yeah.
so as we get into this, where you guys last left off, after successfully retrieving the bow that is called Aurora's Silver Dragon Eye, and helping Dante and Empress the best that you guys can, with a little bit more information and possibly a new destination, spoken with the dragon over at Ares Gate. I already forgot his name. I don't feel like looking it up.
Black Dragon.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve.
The Black Dragon.
No, and not Steve. And
Damn it.
you guys, at least for Garbu, was able to give him the message that came from Raka, and
Wasn't it from the other one, the steel lady?
yes, no, it was from the
Zelazis.
bronze.
Oh, it was from the bronze. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought, for some reason I thought it was a steel lady, but that didn't
No.
make sense. Like that now, you know what the funny is? Last session I was like, it doesn't make sense for that character to be like that all of a sudden. I'm
No,
like,
no,
oh, because I fucked up. It was the wrong dragon.
It was the wrong one.
And that, now it checks out.
Yeah,
Didn't check out before.
yeah.
Didn't check that
So
before.
you guys then pretty much done what you needed to do and is ready to start helping X and the Voice in their quest for these obelisks. You guys thankfully was able to use the teleportation within the guild of the Inferno Vanguard to go back to Zillicy and informed the Prime Speaker about the situations going on in Crisport, Baymont, Zetham, and Drawridge, stating about as much as Elise has seen and understood what the situation and problems are.
Ah.
There you guys were received compensation for all the information that you guys went and gathered, and handed over a bunch of materials, and went back to speak with the Voice, just to kind of get a little bit of an update information, and spent the night. While everybody wakes up. Oh, and one last thing is that you guys, after figuring out a little bit about the fallen bane that was placed on most of you, besides Aeth, it was Elise and Garbu who used a greater restoration to restore at least their spell casting capabilities, so that you guys can gather your spell casting after each long rest, and had done a remove curse on Prime so that she no longer takes a disadvantage on all of her attacks. Garbu did try to use remove curse again on Prime, with nothing working. So, you guys wake up in the morning, which is the 37th. It is raining. You guys gathered yourselves kind of like on the edge of the town. As you guys mentioned that your destination that you want to try to head towards is the spiritual woods.
Yeah, a bit rainy today.
Always raining. I mean, at least
Not
it feels like
always.
it's always raining. Hasn't it been raining for like fucking weeks?
No,
No.
it's been. It's actually been.
It's not Seattle.
Well, it has been raining a lot, but for the past 3 days, which you guys were in a whole different location, it was more cloudy. But it since you come back up here, it's back to rain.
See, it's always raining here.
Yeah, here, not everywhere else.
It's
always
gross
raining.
and it's wet.
That's what she
It's not
said.
sand.
What's wrong with sand?
It's cold, coarse, and it gets everywhere.
What's a gosh?
How many beaches have you been to that were cold?
Are there warm beaches here?
Are there warm beaches here? Am I talking out my bow?
I think you are.
I was assuming there was some warm beaches somewhere. Come on, man.
I mean,
Bo, you got to know this. Come on, Bo.
I
Match
would
with Bo weapon.
I would say there is a lot of somewhat beach-like areas. At the same time, there is some that doesn't really feel like a beach. It's probably more like, grass just kind of slowly turns into dirt that goes into the water. So I would say with most civilizations that are close to water, you'll probably find a somewhat beach-like area. But then in some places, like even like right here, it's more of just like a slight swampiness before it gets into whether the land or water. So, but in terms of cold, not really. You guys, the idea of this region is, imagine if you're just more towards like the equator of stuff. So it doesn't get too cold here.
Yeah, it's very warm everywhere. You were wrong.
Warm everywhere. And I wish I had that.
So does the remove curse work today?
Did you guys try it today, or was that technically
No,
yesterday?
it was all yesterday.
Arbu cast
It-
remove curse on all of us.
It was last night because the fact you guys wanted to spend what you have so that you can like
Let's
get
see if
it
it's
back.
let's see if it's a daily cooldown or a weekly cooldown. Garbo will cast remove curse on himself.
It didn't work on himself last time, did it?
It wasn't you.
Oh, that was me.
It was
You're right.
you,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right. I was double
Okay,
checking. I
so
was like, wait,
let me see.
I don't want to lose. Garbage
Yeah.
spell slots.
Remove curse. That's the 3rd level, right? Yeah. Okay, remove curse. Consume. And who's he doing it on?
Let's just do himself because we're role playing that he tries it on himself first to see if it works.
Okay.
What's
Um.
this?
Okay. When he does the remove curse, which one do you think he would go
What
for?
does he have
Uh,
left?
He
Health
has
and-
the health where he can't regain HP after a short or long rest, and the disadvantage on attack rolls.
I think health because he doesn't really use attack spells that often.
Agreed.
Okay, well if it's a daily
And-
cooldown, then he can use it on each of us as well.
And
Mhm.
we'll do.
Just burn his 3rd levels.
Did I do auto attacks last time?
Yep.
I'm doing health this time.
Warlock.
Well, hold on.
Warlock gets.
So let me save that. And then he's going
shit,
to do
I
it
forgot to
again, but
put the new
for Elise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ones for
Okay, so hold on.
Prime.
All right, same thing. Elise, you like as he casts this, you do the feelings, of what this bane kind of targeted doesn't really go away, but it feels like it's not as heavy as. But same thing, you get to choose which one you would like to remove, and if you'll put a clear on it.
The disadvantage on all attack rolls because I do attack a lot.
Okay. And then when he goes to you, Prime, and to cast it again, you don't feel any different.
God dang it.
Are you broken?
No.
So
Do we
that
gotta take her to a repair shop?
Oh, like Elise like walks around and like points at the bow. Ah, it's that thing.
Is
Or
it
do
the
you
bow?
do you have to prove your worth to remove the rest of the things?
Do you want to fight?
I mean, I
would
don't think
lose.
fighting. I don't think
I
fighting
would
me is
lose.
the problem.
Really?
I would lose.
I mean, like
What?
the thing is, like you would, if you get me down far enough in one round, maybe you'll win. But I think the problem is like if you can't really take me out in one go, so that's the problem.
No, yeah. Because you're immediately going to turn into something that I can't kill in any goes, and I'm going to die.
I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm a giant ape now.
Unless we're in the dark. If we're in the dark, I might be okay.
I mean, I also have dark vision,
Why are we doing this? I don't. Yeah,
and I
but
have
if you're
spells that,
trying,
I have spells that don't need to see you to hit you.
that's true. That's true.
Also, I look at the garbage like, is it broken? But it doesn't work on Prime.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I tapped the bow. It's like, are you the problem? Does the bow answer me?
Can I talk to the bow?
But aren't
I
you
mean-
like is the spirit still?
I
No,
know
the
there's
spirit is
something
gone now.
inside of it. Can I try to?
Isn't the spirit gone? Aren't you the custodian now? Out of character.
Wait, I thought I was supposed to be able to still talk to it.
Well, what do you do when you try to like? Do you just like
Where
hey,
are we
are
at?
you?
Just to be clear. Like,
You're like
You're-
at-
You guys are like standing outside, kind of like a little bit past the gates for the city. You're in that middle area between the city and the docks. Because again, there's a little bit of a road that goes from the docks to the city. And so you guys are kind of like there. There's a decent people who kind of travel back and forth, but it's a little bit lighter because the fact that there's nobody able to go to Crisport anymore.
Okay.
So not a lot of traffic, but that's where you guys are. So you're just outside. You're kind of like underneath at least some sort of awning or covering, so you're not just standing in the rain.
Ryan will get on both knees and like sit back on her heels. Put the bow down in front of her. Put her hands on the bow. And then she'll try to like think, talk. I don't know how that works. Like project thought. That
Okay.
might be a better one. And she'll say, "Please, I seek your counsel. If you still remain."
You feel as though, like, how to put it? Yeah, DM, how do you put it?
yeah,
You-
DM. Like you're the DM. It's like how to put it.
How do you put it?
You get the sense like it's listening, but there's something missing.
At least just whispers in Prime's ears. Yes, my child.
What do I do? I don't freaking know what I do. I'm like, oh, something's missing.
It's
An arrow? Can I? No, that's stupid.
It-
That's so stupid. Never mind.
it's something that, because this is something you've never had to deal with before. This is a whole unknown explored land to
Yeah.
you.
Can I try to insight it myself or whatever? You know what I mean? Like the
Try to
situation-
do an insight to see if you can ascertain at
Ooh.
least anything in your mind of what this feels like.
I crashed. Give me 1 second.
Also, I'm uneven
Well, like,
again. We're back,
like
we're
Brian-
back to uneven
Sorry.
ways.
Prime just like starts having a seizure on the ground.
He's like, oh no, get out the catnip from her bag. Shit.
Is that working? I don't know if it's working.
Wait,
It's
I'm
working either.
outside. No,
Oh boy.
I'm outside.
As you-
It's like we don't have smelling salts. We have catnip.
As you try to put it like up to her
I
nose,
think
the
that's making
wind
it
blows
worse.
it away.
No, the wind. It's betraying us.
Oh,
Damn the
God.
wind.
Wait, why is Clarence here?
Oh no, that doesn't count. No, it does. It's actually
Where?
what is it now?
Rolling insight on that. Oh,
Clarence is like,
Damn it.
yeah, I wouldn't have done that either.
Oh yeah.
Clarence
So
is just
great.
watching in the background. He's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Full of 5 with peak.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, this is such an unknown, familiar land that it's going to take some time to try to understand what this is. You feel as though, like, there has been records of time of sentient like weapons. Not too many, and sometimes it's like, make a history check.
Sometimes they're like at least a spear, which have a spirit attached to it.
Yeah. You just know that there is.
Wait, can I switch again?
No, it can't.
Dang it.
No. You do know that there is recorded history of some sentient like weapons, but who knows how those ever become a thing and how they really operate. You've never had your experience with this, but this, you know, is something far greater than just a ordinary talking weapon. This was something that, and what you kind of remember, like an angel passed down to you type thing. And it's just one of those, it's like, you feel like you're there with something when you're trying to communicate. Like, it's like something's there, but at the same time, it's missing something.
So it's not a barrier per se, it's more of a connection I'm failing to make due to not having a key.
No, it's like...
Right, I'm trying to get a grasp, I guess.
It's like, imagine you're in a field, you know there's somebody next to you, but when you look, they're not there.
Oh.
It's
So
like...
I just need to cast see invisibility.
Sure.
I'm joking.
It just feels like you feel the presence of something. But when you're trying to visualize or get some sort of clue from it, it's like it's unable to give that to you. Not like it doesn't want to, it's just it's not able to.
I'll stand up and put my bow on my back. Then I'll look at Elise,
Uh-huh.
and I'll go, I've got nothing.
I mean,
That's what I'm going to say.
well, guess until we figure it out, it's gonna be hampered,
I
I
would
suppose.
I would say Garber would have spoken up like, should I try because he still has it prepared, the Greater Restoration? But that would be his
Yes.
only 5th level slot.
Yes, because he's not here to make the decision.
Okay, sure.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
it's-
Is this bait? You know if it works or not. Hold on. Is he trying to trick us out of a 5th level spell right now?
I'm just telling you what I would assume he would. He
sure.
used,
I mean,
both of you
I
used
think-
Greater Restoration the first
'Cause
time
it-
on yourselves, and then remove Curse on Prime.
Yeah, like I feel like unless it requires us to use separate effects, separate ways of removing it, I feel like whatever that bow is allows you to take away one thing, and now you have to prove yourself to take away the rest. That makes sense.
Do you want to fight?
I don't think it wants to fight
joking.
me. I mean,
I'm
we can fight whatever you want, but I don't
No,
think it
no.
wants to. I don't
X,
think it wants to fight me.
X is like,
Me, maybe X.
I can smell this, and I am liking it. As he is like, just, it's almost like his fingers lifted, like he's ready to open up a little portal, so like, I'm ready to go.
Prime looks at X and kind of goes, "I might rather fight you."
He's the other. He's one of the people who carries one of the artifacts. I mean, why not, right? But also, as Elise is like thinking, she looks at Eighth. It's like, oh wait, you're back here again. I forgot. For some reason, I'm.
Yeah.
Wait, Eighth is here? I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Guess you guys couldn't see me. Wow.
No, we were like, I think we were sort of blinded for you at the moment.
Oh.
Last time we
Sorry.
were here, it's kind of like I should have given it to you before, but it sort of escaped my thoughts because we were busy getting a legendary artifact. But they gave me this mask for you, and
Mask.
I had him a box.
I opened the box.
It's as you kind of like
No,
feel over it and stuff. It's
Jesus
like
Christ.
it's like a uh kind of like a somewhat cold metal mask that you would put on your face. You notice that the is the description is on there, right? Elise, or
yeah.
okay. It feels like the eyes is kind of like also covered. So it's just like the mouth is covered, but the nose kind of allows you to breathe like a little hole, but it's just a metal mask for you to wear. Or that somebody could wear.
See if I can put it on, I guess.
Okay.
You die instantly. I suck at your soul.
It's instant death. Hold on, let me go to that thing.
Super deaf.
I was hoping it was a lunchbox.
I mean, you can like Elise hands you the box. I mean, you can use it as a lunchbox now.
Ooh.
Good. Where is...
We need a
Good.
bedazzler.
That's what it was
Okay.
meant for.
So-
I've been waiting for you guys to do that. It's a lunchbox, actually.
We need
It's
glitter and a
magic
glue
lunchbox.
stick.
So, Aeth, when you put it on, do you... I really don't know if I feel like it would work that way.
Sorry, I'm
I-
typing out the spell because it doesn't have it in the...
I will
spell sheet.
say, if you want to spend the time, let's say as Prime was doing her meditation like thing, if you wanted to try to attune to this.
I will attune to this.
Okay. So I'll give it to you in a second, but it
Is it eyes?
Yeah.
so as you put it on and you kind of feel it, like the connection between your mind and this weird, like, kind of cold feeling, something does start to come to your mind, and you start to see like a legitly, like, almost like a satellite view of yourself. So you'll look, it's like a bird's eye view within a 200 in diameter around wherever you are centered on the mask. So you could see the people, you could see, like, it's weird, it's like since you guys are underneath the awning, you don't see you. You don't, but you see the awning and you see everything around currently.
I'm gonna reach out and just whoever's closest to me, just touch them with my hand. Just
I slowly scoot away, seeing him do this.
I can see you doing that.
No, you can't see because I'm under the awning, so I'm just slowly scoot away a little
Oh, damn
Can I,
bit.
can I just flip off the sky?
You could.
Just a finger going out from under the thing.
Prime
like,
wouldn't
fuck.
do
You
that.
get struck by lightning by a god.
No, as I
you!
see him trying to
Look at
touch
me,
someone,
like-
I just slowly scoot away. Like sort of sees the hand going out, it's like.
Okay, so I'm going to lower this and put it down to, you could pretty much see about somewhere between, like, let's just say about 70 feet in a circular, thing around you. And then I will give this to you.
I'm having to write down the spell description because it won't let me copy and paste it.
What spell description?
It said Navic,
Oh yeah, you
No, it's not.
yeah you
static.
did. You,
It's in Xander's guide. It's not on here.
yeah, that's fine. You do what
I'm
you gotta
putting
do.
it there. Yeah, right now I have it. If you don't look on your sheet don't look at the DM. I have it saved on yours, and I'm like, okay, yep. I'm just typing to you right now because that's.
So, anyways, what are you guys doing?
Well, we go for the island
I'm
or what?
fucking walking around. I can see shit.
There you go. At least you can now take off that thing off your sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, yeah, what do you guys do?
Let's go to the island, I suppose. Was it last time? Was it making me sleepy? Or was it making me tired when I went there?
It was more like a pulling sensation.
Oh, okay. Thought it was making me tired.
No, it was like
We're good.
it was like something was just trying to pull you closer, like you strangely wanted to get closer type ordeal, but you managed to get out of it.
Well, this time I want to get close. So at least I gotta say. So when we get there, last time I was there, something wanted to pull me in. So if I for some reason want to go somewhere and it is weird, hold me back.
Okay.
There.
Sure.
Although we're going there now, so I mean, when I get pulled in initially, I guess it's not gonna.
Wouldn't that also be a possibility that we would get drawn to it as well?
I mean, it didn't seem
no?
to affect X and the voice.
The idea is the fact that they made their save as well, and they
Unlucky.
didn't.
No, why are you ruining it? It would have been more fun if they were immune to it. Anyway. Because it would have also been funny if they just decided to hop off the fucking eagle. And
I'm
be like,
trying
"Hey,
to be somewhat nice.
Well, anyway, let's go make our stupid asses there, I suppose. Avoiding the swarm of bullcrap around Crisport.
Taking a whole paragraph yet.
Okay.
Did I give everything to what I need to give? Yeah, I think that's all the crap I have in my inventory that I should have given to people.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you guys hop on some eagles and fly away.
Fly.
So, you guys, this I'm gonna say takes a little bit longer because the fact you're fighting the wind and the rain against. But
Okay.
I want to put you guys there. So, as you guys are flying through, trying to not be pelted by stinging sensation of rain, trying to take it somewhat slow, but to keep going at a decent pace so that you don't have to recast this again. You guys start to get close and kind of in a still kind of misty light, but able to see the island. And as you guys get kind of close, everybody can go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh crap! Hang on. I'm still not done.
23.
Okay. Hang on. Wisdom saving throw. You said.
See, senor.
Okay. 17.
Hey.
25.
Oh, you
Hey.
all suck.
Number.
I'm not gonna lie. I have advantage technically, but I'm not gonna click it. It's fine.
So,
Do it.
I just do it.
I shouldn't have done it. I listened to him as soon as he said it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
I mean, when you have advantage, you always gotta do. You gotta see that juicy crit. Like even if it doesn't help, it just you want to see it.
Doesn't matter.
okay.
Everything is okay.
So everybody passes flying colors. Garber is extra
Yay.
wisdom 5 with his nat 20.
Yeah, good job.
Ooh.
Yeah, nat 20 with a 29, AF 17, X 17. The voice, a natural 20.
Joe's
So,
are using all his net 20s now.
yeah, I gotta get it all out of the way so I can do this. So, as you guys are kind of flying closer and closer, you all feel this sensation of just kind of like you see what Elise was talking about by possibly being sleepy, because it's like you almost feel like you want to just let your instincts kind of guide you, but all of you are able to just shake out of it and just kind of like
I whoopsie.
You just
I
go
do, I
flip.
do, I do, I do a flip on the eagle.
um as you guys start to get closer and closer, you can see this area is heavily forested. Some little spots here and there, but you guys just go for a landing at one of the openings.
Mm.
So we're in what kind of terrain?
Outside.
Outside. This would,
Grassland and or forest.
this is more forest than anything.
Can I hold on, let me make sure I haven't done it today.
I want to make.
Where's it at?
Hold on.
Features?
I don't know. You tell me.
Primeval awareness. No, I have not. Okay.
I want it to.
I'm in my favorite terrain, so it's up to 6 miles for that.
Oh,
I just want to see if we're gonna get shot by aliens.
they actually updated.
I mean, they're
it
not
a little
aliens,
bit.
technically.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, they're just like. I mean, like, how much are they? Like, how much are they aliens if they're not from another planet, but from another plane of existence that's technically on the same connected to our plane of existence?
Well,
Are
by
they aliens
definition,
then?
wouldn't that be an alien, right?
I mean, I guess. I'm sitting here like debating, like.
Okay,
Orcs
so
from another planet, or is that like a WoW thing? I think that's a WoW thing.
That's about thing.
that's a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. What were you trying to do? This just to
And
see
see if
what's
there's
around.
baddies.
I
See
don't,
if
I don't want to
they're-
die. You know.
For the most part, if I am correct, you don't pick up on anything.
We're good.
So,
Very good.
you guys land and it's decently, and I also have this as a sound too, because why not? Give me rain. There we go. As you guys land, kind of going underneath some of the trees and stuff like that, you can see it looks like a little bit of an opening up ahead as well. I would assume you guys probably would go in that direction unless described otherwise.
I mean, yeah. It's like we're just gonna have to look for a building, a cave, anything, right? We're looking for. Did it say exactly on the island where it was in our vision?
No, it was more of just showing the island.
Okay, so there's no like northwest, southeast kind of direction that we got.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good stuff.
So,
I am going to as a ritual, I can commune with nature to see if there's a building. Well, I'll just link it. To see if there's a building within 3 miles. Or like, I can 3 facts of my choice. Building, influence from places of other existence, and prevalent plants, water, or minerals, animals, or peoples. So, is there any animals around, preferably knowing about the dangerous ones? Influence from places of other existence and buildings. Those 3 things.
because you're asking. Hold on, let me.
You become one with nature and gain knowledge. I just gain the knowledge. There's no asking, it's just I gain the knowledge. The land speak to me.
Okay, and which of the three were you choosing again?
The second one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Prevalent plants, blah blah. Influence from other places and buildings.
All three of those are yeses.
Yeah, like where are the buildings relative to us?
Surprisingly, in the direction that you guys are going.
Okay. And the influence on the other planes' existence also there?
No. It kind of just shows everywhere.
Oh, motherfucker. And prevalent plants, like, or I guess the animal part and the people part. Where does it show me where the animal and people part is? Because the plants and minerals is kind of like annoying.
It for the people and animals, the animals you do kind of get the sense of a little bit scattered, but there does seem to be a more of a concentration up ahead along with people.
As at least like opens her eyes again after her spells. Like apparently there's people up ahead in a town.
How many?
Are they hostile?
How many? Land, aka Joseph. How many peoples?
I don't think it tells you how many. It just tells you a solid direction.
I was trying to
Dang it.
bait you. I was trying to bait Joseph into telling me. I know it doesn't specify. I was trying to bait Joseph.
Yeah.
Like at least looks at prime. I tried, but the spell saw through my ruse.
Okay. You know what kind of people?
People.
Okay.
Just
We don't know
humanoid,
yet. Leave me alone.
humanoid-like creatures.
People who walk on two legs.
Are we sure?
I mean, some people walk on three legs, but that sort of depends.
So,
Well, I mean, yeah, good point. But are we sure that if these are friendly or hostile, or
I don't
would-
know. It doesn't
towards
give
us?
me it doesn't give you a friend or foe classification.
it's just like, I don't know what the tree is like. I don't know what you want from me. There's bitches that way. Stop asking me all these questions. I don't
I just-
know.
I look
don't-
at the tree. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't know? You know
You're a
me. I know
tree.
you.
Does it
Goddamn,
look
these
like I
trees nowadays.
travel? Let me just tell
Yes.
you, I get to
Yes.
places.
You move slightly all the
Yes.
time. You just don't know it.
Yeah. Gotta believe in yourself.
There's a branch that just falls off and it like smacks.
See you.
It's just,
Like
and
what
it's just-
Lily said.
it's like, keep testing me and I could shake more off.
Yeah, do it on him. He likes it.
Smacks it. Okay, anyways. So-
okay, guys, okay. Let's just let's just do the usual. We don't know, like, this island is completely drenched in I would, magic is a big word, but like influence from another plane of existence. I would assume the Feywild, but who knows, right?
Possibly. Should we assume that they speak Sylvan, or?
I mean, I can do that, but we'll figure it out.
Well, I
When we-
mean, I can too.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get to. Let's just play it cool. See if we can get some information from them, because it would be helpful if they can sort of lead us to where I need to go.
Okay.
So, you guys.
And otherwise, we kill all of them.
Actually, I'm gonna also get
Just
rid
kidding.
of that one. Sorry, give me like one
We-
more second. So, as you guys kind of scurry a little bit, yeah, we can do this one. Boom. As you guys kind of scurry a little bit, up ahead, you do come across, what looks like ruined village. Nothing big, nothing exciting. but you can see parts of the buildings crumble in places. You can, like, it's looks like whatever inhabitants this village looked like it had to been for a long time since somebody's really lived here. At least you being more on the nature side of things at this point, see like what looks like 3 eagles just flying up above. As you guys go ahead, anybody and everybody can make perception checks for me. And I will.
I'm really good at this now. 28.
Oh lord.
Oh,
Why did I
7.
even roll? I can't get that with an at 20.
I mean, I didn't even use
Oh,
guidance
okay.
on
Well,
it.
24. All right, yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
If only I'd used guidance on myself, what would I have gotten? I'm just gonna. This is for the meme, so not actually. I didn't actually roll this.
You can
Only
see
29.
God.
So, besides
I can see myself. No, just kidding.
besides
That's, yeah.
Dwayne and Aeth, you guys kind of just more of walking and, you know, just being parts of the group. Everybody else looking around, trying to see if they spot anything. And you guys do happen to, like, as you guys walk, it's weird. Like, in little bits of openness of parts of the building, you can see what looks like a lizard folk is just standing, like, kind of like in the corner, not really trying to hide, but it's just like standing there watching you guys. And some of the other members kind of looking at this other part of the ruin can see what looks like just a normal human male, very basic clothing, kind of just staring at you guys as you continue to walk through. And so as you guys get, I'm gonna put you there, somewhat in the middle of this ruined little village, because again, there's not that many houses. You kind of hear a voice echo out, and it's just, very surprised you're not under my influence.
I just look around. Who?
What was that? Or do we not?
So I will give
all of us hear it?
you, yeah, all of you hear this.
Yeah,
So-
just say like who?
So I'll give you this one friendly warning. Leave my land.
So
or
there's
suffer
one thing where
my wrath.
yeah, the usual. I've heard about it. We're here for like a shrine related to the dragons. Just here for that. Then we'll fuck off again. You can have your land and your people, whatever they are.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Yeah. Oh.
17.
Okay. So you're here for research, but yet you don't look like, what do they call them? Archaeologists?
No, we're not here to dig. We're here to learn about his dragon history, which only works with specific people who don't need to be scholars, because the dragons have chosen them. Or well, dragon entities, not the actual dragons, because they're kind of lame. I look at Garbu.
He's just shrugged his
Can't
shoulders.
defend himself.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just like, I don't know what to say. He's stunned.
Yeah.
Um,
I God damn it! It's like it's so too bad he isn't here because I like harping on the dragons because it's funny.
So you would say you'd come in a more peaceful manner if you was able to see what you are seeking.
Yeah, we just want to get the shrine and then we'll leave. We're not like some too goody two shoes who are like, yeah, oh no, you're controlling people. You want to free them from you. I don't honestly couldn't care less.
You can see just emerging more basic looking people, more lizard folk like people, just kind of slowly surround you guys, but they don't seem to be hostile like towards you. Yes.
I won't be getting on. I'm
Nice.
just letting you know.
Yeah.
Tell him he can smart mouth when he gets here. I'm just kidding.
Tell him that Gar was being bullied by me without, and he's not being
He's like,
able
oh
to do
god, I
anything
gotta get
about
on.
it.
His baby's getting sick, so I'm gonna leave him alone.
All
I
of
know,
us are sick.
I know how that
so-
feels like.
Yes, yeah.
Really tiresome.
As you guys kind of notice, you're getting surrounded, and you can hear the sound of something a little bit more armored like approaching. At least you notice like the eagles that were above you is now circling as well. Who rolled really high as well? At least in Prime were about their only ones that were above 20. As Elise, I'll say this for Elise as well, as you see this armored individual, he appeared to be kind of ruined a little bit of the armor, but it looked like a judge bringer armor. But as he approaches, you notice behind him in the distance, kind of slowly emerging out of the woods, looks like two black bears as they both just slowly emerge and just kind of like also watch, not doing anything aggressive. Prime, you notice to your guys' right, some like of a predator, and you can see this massive boa constrictor like snake as it just slowly slithers up a little bit of a tree and just stares at all of you. As this armored individual kind of approaches and just kind of stops, no weapons are really drawn, and it's just, now that I've gotten a decent look at you up close, I'll ask once again. You come in a peaceful manner.
Do we see the source of the voice, or is it just echoing around?
It's coming. It's coming from the armored individual.
It's probably the avatar of whatever's controlling right now. Anyway, yeah, you can continue talking.
Wait, hold on. It can't be an avatar if it was within my range, because that would be hold on.
Like a celestial or a demon or a
Yeah.
devil, whatever. It's not.
No, it
No, not
can't
like an
be one of
avatar,
those.
as in like whatever is controlling these people uses this one as its main speaking puppet.
Like a tether.
Okay. Are you the master or are you the puppet?
If you're asking for this individual, it is a means to communicate.
Told you so.
You can then instantly hear one of the commoners. I have the influence to speak through multiple people. Another commoner. As many as I seem fit.
But yeah, we come in peace. We just want to get to our objective, learn the knowledge we're gonna learn, and leave.
As the voice comes back from the original armored individual, and it's just, if you follow my conditions, I think this knowledge could suit us both. No harm will come of you, and as long as you act accordingly, You will get what you seek, and you will be able to freely leave. Does that sound like a
Side
deal?
check.
Make an insight. It
12.
sounds
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
What are your conditions before we agree to them?
I can tell some of you follow a more different path than each other in terms of magic abilities.
Right?
I do not trust any of you,
Shouldn't.
and so if you want to hand over more of your basic gear, equipment, weaponry, and with a little bit of
Weaponry.
time, shut up. And with a little bit of time,
Sorry.
I can have someone here to make sure you don't try to overstep with your magic.
I mean,
This
I don't
is-
think you should be that scared.
It's more of, if I were to lead you to where this is, I need to make sure every possibility is taken care of.
Elisa is like, well, problem is the last time we people took shit from us, it was very messy. I think you can you don't have to trust me, but I think the main thing is we are here with a goal. You can see our power. You can probably see how strong we are in some matter of degree. I honestly, and I think I can speak for everyone here, we honestly don't care that you're in control here. You've been in control here for I don't know how long, and you can stay in control as you want. The only thing we want is that shrine.
Make
Like, I
another
honestly-
persuasion check.
Guys! Fuck, I need it.
Oh, Jesus, you might need it. 12.
I mean, the thing is, like, I am not being deceitful at all. I know,
That's
I know
true.
what Hartful. It's like I'm not deceiving at all. It's like I honestly don't care. It's like I think Elise will add, like, I am so tired of fighting, and I have no interest in fighting. Like, we've lost too many people already.
Prime's not giving up her weapon anyways. So it doesn't matter.
But yeah, exactly. Plus, we have some things we can't give up.
I believe I can trust you at the moment. You don't seem to be full of hostile intentions, but I do sense the cravings of violence from one of you.
He likes to fight. He can't help it.
As the voice speaks up, I promise you, he won't do anything rash or out of turn. But yes, he is a more combative in terms of fighting. He just shrugs. the armored individual. While I can understand that, he is at least not giving off aggression, which I will allow at this time being. You all can follow me. I will lead you there. But you will at least be somewhat spaced from each other, if that is okay.
Good with me.
Prime starts walking away from everybody, like off to
Can
the
I
side.
insight check that again?
Yeah, sure, make an
Just to
insight.
See if it's. I don't know how this.
I mean, it's all about,
Oh.
like, this is a Mexican standoff. It's like, if that guy tries to fuck with us, we'll fuck with him. It's like, goes both ways.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, so far you see he's trying to be protective. You don't know of what, But it sounds like the closer you get to what you're seeking, it sounds like he knows what you're seeking, but it might be too close to something he's wanting to keep safe, and it's like, again, as if all of you are feeling the same type of vibe of non-hostile actions. It's more of just you guys are wanting to protect yourselves just as much as whatever this is wanting to protect whatever it wants to protect.
It's like, we just here, we want our shit, or we want to leave. It's like, don't care.
So, but if you guys are willing to be somewhat spaced out and kind of like there is other entities, whether it's a lizard folk, a commoner, or a creature, you guys are slightly spaced out. So if you wanted to talk, you can, but it won't be through whispering, if that makes sense.
Mm.
But if that's okay with all of you guys, you can...
Yeah.
Okay. So...
I don't think anyone protests. I think we're more like, hey, we're getting a free pass right now. Let's take the free pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, one of the commoners steps up and just, if you'll follow me, please. Turns and starts walking as the circle around you guys kind of open up. And as you guys kind of like slowly space out, like I said, the entities get close. There's, like two of the black bears that are kind of following behind Aeth. You got a lizard folk and a commoner kind of close to Prime. Just a mixture of everything. You guys actually start to hear what sounds like flapping of wings, not from eagles, but something a little bit more heavier. Slightly in the distance. It looks like they're using the trees for cover to continue watching. What's also very interesting as you guys continue this walk is there's just a pack of elk behind you guys. The antlers are like surprisingly pointy for just normal elks, but they're all in just a pack following the pack itself, if you will.
Mm-hmm. As we're walking, I'm just gonna talk to because I know that he can talk back to us. I'm just gonna talk to literally at a normal voice so people around me can hear what I'm saying. So the last time we were at one of these places, once we learned what we could learn, the shrine collapsed on itself.
Any particular, or from... You'll get it probably from like a lizard folk, and it's like very broken, but at the same time, it's speaking well. It's just, I guess, the body itself when it's trying to speak, and it's just.
Mm.
And what caused this collapse?
Apparently, there was some sleeping like. What did it look like again? Did it look like a?
It looked like a. Kind of like of a skeletal like body, but it was because I think Prime did her awareness and like detected a lot of stuff around it, and so it was like it's unable to be determined at this time of what it was, but it popped out, didn't like anything, and just pretty much detonated the whole temple.
Yeah, so a skeletal creature that gave up a lot of different influences, and it could be that it was particular to that shrine. We don't know. Like this is the second one we've come to, so it's impossible for us to know at this point in time.
So I didn't feel it anything like that, like underground at all, or like hidden in any way in the area. Like
well, yours is like a mile long.
It's 6 in my. That's why I asked.
You guys are traveling a good distance.
That's fine. Yeah, I wasn't sure how far we went.
No. This.
Now, I'm thinking from when you used it in that shrine, I think you didn't even notice it there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably true.
You know that there was. You noticed there was some that the shit was fucked up there, but you didn't notice that specific thing.
Yeah, there was something just off, and so you were like alert. But then when it came out, it's like, oh, that's what it was. But yeah. But for your thing, like, there's nothing that you kind of got going off. and you guys are just walking a good distance. So if there's any questions and stuff like that, you always feel free to ask. But as it continues, it's just, I believe I know what you might be referencing of, and that won't be an issue here.
Okay, well, how long have you been here?
One might say too long. Another one might say not long enough.
And someone with actual dates would say how long?
I do not know your current dates, but from what I gather, it has been a good couple of years.
Okay. Well, I hope you're having fun here. It doesn't seem like anyone really cares.
I have done well to keep people away, and those who continue to get closer will unfortunately fall victim to my snare, if you will. I'm sure you all felt its presence.
Yeah, mostly the first time.
That is to keep any of those who do come as... It kind of just pauses, like it doesn't know what it wants to say in terms of maybe it's trying to be a little bit nice and not just come out and say it, but
I mean, if you... well, I get that you're trying to defend your own, and that's fine. It's like, as I said, we're not here to come here and make trouble. It's like, preferably, most of the time, we don't want to fight. It's just that a lot of time people don't give us or people, or whatever you want to call them, don't give us the choice. They just go like, we're fighting, and we're like, oh, fuck, you know?
I will say, back when I was recently here, if this encounter were to happen, you all wouldn't have lasted long. But due to unforeseen events, I have unfortunately have changed and seek a different path than what I usually would have.
It's so interesting when Elise says, I have changed. It's like, you have changed? Like, as in, like, your being has changed? Or you just had a change of mind because of what happened in Chrisport and the Fallen King and all that good stuff?
Another voice, because my voice hurts.
Yeah.
Before all of that, and
Yeah, we're actively trying to work against that too.
Both a more mental and physical change. But no, it has nothing to do with the destruction of those cities. While unfortunate, also not forthcoming. I even knew something was being planned. Just
not your problem.
That's one way of putting it.
Okay.
And then another voice kind of coming next to Prime. And for the nameless king, he is something that I will not be dealing with and will be choosing a different course when that time comes.
At least was at the calendar. 46 days? 45? At least it's like marked.
Who's counting at this point? But the head does turn, and you kind of do feel like a little bit of the presence, Primus. The bow you were carrying, I sense its uniqueness. Am I wrong in that estimate?
No. No, you're not.
What would that make you? Something from the Feywild?
Me?
Yeah, Prime. She's magical, right?
Magically delicious.
Hey.
Oh, you're delicious. um. Anyways.
Ah!
Oh no, my Lucky Charms.
I cast Meteor Swarm.
Why would my bow interest you?
It's more of understanding. Knowledge is a very powerful key. I have a couple of my own collections, not from this. Kind of pauses for a moment. Region. But some others that doesn't discern what you need to know. Let me ask, do you know how to use it?
Yes and no.
Well, I would say that I have a gift for it, but you have to work on talent. Otherwise, it diminishes.
I
Please just shout over. He's talking, but if you know how to use the special part of the special bow, not the bow part.
Try to play the game.
Oh, sorry, play the game. I should have looked
Okay.
at the creature. Sorry, play
He's
the
a
game.
disembodied voice. I'm kind of like weirded out right now.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not
I said
entirely
nothing.
sure.
At least it's like
I-
literally. Okay, this is nothing. I said nothing. At least
Okay,
it's like
but like
you
I'm
have the
kind of
game
in a
with her.
weird space because I had to like
Yeah.
give up on like my hopes and dreams for this. So like, never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, you go play the game
Oh
with
yeah,
the thing.
I
Also, what?
you gave up
as
what?
as it responds to your statement, I unfortunately wouldn't understand personally. But through connections, I understand the meaning.
What are you suggesting?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
elks are rushing
Kombat.
Just starts going ham. I just got level 3 spells, baby. You're getting shot.
Level 5.
No, I don't
So
have.
instead of you just playing in the background, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I cannot say what is the requirement, if you will, as I don't understand the bow's or your bow's gifts or abilities, but I can understand that there is more to it. I have seen my fair share of what some might call legendary or only seen once in a lifetime items.
Can I insight check to see if this person seems like not like jealous, but like a threat to me in any way?
Sure.
As far as the bows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not T20. Prime is doing prime thing.
You
Oh god.
this
as
is what
you're
it feels like to be a real person.
yeah. As you're walking, you once again you're diving into your natural habitat of being surrounded by predators, being almost like again when you're surrounded but not being seen, but you need to kill something, you learn how to slowly move your body to not make noise against the bristles of bushes or trees, and slowly just touch just the tip of your bow, and it's like eyes open as you're eyeing this the one that at least has been speaking to you, trying to just use a little bit of the bow to help understand, like, is this a threat? Like, do I need to get out of here with you type thing? Do I need to... And it's one of those you never want to think about. Like, do I need to leave this group, leave my friends for the safety of this? First off, it's very wet. But you still got to drink.
Hydrate.
Yep.
Gotta keep
Always.
hydrating.
Um, you don't necessarily sense hostility, but you don't sense friendliness either. But something curious, a curious mind, something that seems to have a lot of knowledge, that knows about very gifted items. Of what source, who knows, but very, as it says before, like legendary like items. It almost like it knows when it sees a legendary item or not. It's asking because it seems like it might know something. Maybe not specifically about the bow, but maybe, I guess you could say, some of the context of it. And it's trying to understand if you know anything about it.
I've already got my hand on the tip of the bow. I will pull it out front and like hold it, not to like give it to him, just like to look at it, and then I'll recount the experience briefly of how I obtained it. And then I will say I can feel it. Not substantially, like the essence or being or soul. It's almost like smoke and shadow. It's there and then it's gone.
As you kind of holding it and showing it, the one that was talking to you does get closer, but doesn't like jump for it. It looks like they're just genuinely, and they're trying to do it in a passive manner. The other one that's following you is staying in that same distance. But it's like it just wants to get a better look at it, in a sense. And you can see it in the corner of your eyes. It just slightly, softly gets close, but it stops about like a foot, 2 feet away, matching your pace, and just... From what it sounds like, it's missing a host. I have seen something of this before. But each one are different how it obtains it. I would safely assume you wouldn't let me look at it. Is that correct?
I didn't think it had any intent to steal the bow or use it for its own power, correct?
That is correct.
I am going to do the true neutral thing and trust my own judgment then and give it the bow. I'll just go, I have other weapons. And then I'll hand it over, I guess. It'd be the best. Yeah, I think that's what Prime would do.
As you kind of like hand over the bow, like for your hand, like kind of twitches for a moment. Like, it's like just the back of your head. It's like you're fighting your natural instinct of giving an enemy one of your own weapons. Not really of the bow's, let's say, manipulation, but it's just you don't hand what could be an enemy your own shit, you know? But
I think Prime viewing it as like, this is something she has to do to get to the, not like,
Elisa's eyeing it, you know, like ready to
Yeah.
like. That's the first sign of threat, like to instantly unload everything into that specific enemy.
As you do, the entity kind of like looks at you and says, "I appreciate," and kind of takes it from your hand and just kind of holds it, looks at it for a little bit, and then just snaps it in half. I'm just kidding.
I would just be impressed at that point. I would just be like,
it's like a somewhat thin like woman, and she's just like, oh, this is a twig. Never mind. Anyways, sorry, I love just randomly adding bits and pieces because I think it's funny.
I would just be, if he just raises an eyebrow as that timeline happens. Oh,
like there's going to be
legendary weapon my ass.
There's going to be one time somewhere, maybe not here in this campaign or something, but there's going to be one time I casually say something like that and I actually fucking mean it. But anyways,
The
as
dog
she,
dies. What?
as she takes the bow and just kind of like
Hey.
looks at it and stuff,
Laura ain't here.
God damn it.
I know this direction.
Shoot in specifically that direction, specifically through that hole in the mountain, and you will hit.
Oh god, I
straight
never
through.
thought about it. A dog and like tracking and oh, it's worse now.
There
You're
you
a
go.
bad person.
So as
Sorry.
as you guys are walking, you can see the entity or like this humanoid kind of pulls it back like it's going to fire an arrow, but it has nothing. It's just pulling the string back, and it kind of pulls, and you're surprised of somewhat. It's shaky, but also it's like of a quick understanding. This humanoid doesn't look like it handles weapons, but it looks pretty solid form. So it kind of pulls back and then just slightly lets it back. And then goes to hand it back to you.
And snaps it.
Stabs you through the chest with it.
First off,
Dead now.
uh,
The bond.
hold on.
No, but like, wasn't it like if like you can get like so that the bow can be away from you, but if you feel like you can not get it back, then you say the word and then.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like you cannot give away the bow.
I know.
As you take the bow back, something feels different in your hands. It feels like a little bit lighter, and you kind of investigate it for a moment as this entity's kind of starting to talk, and you barely kind of pull back the string, just like not all the way or something, just like kind of like a little bit with your finger, and you do realize that it feels like it's a lot stronger. Like you have to almost start to exert a little bit more force to pull it back, but you feel like if you probably were to fire something, it would probably do some incredible damage. Your bow has now been awakened.
Woke up.
You just see Prime slightly start head bobbing.
I will change it here in a second, but anyways.
It's a vestige of divergence.
I have the bow now, right? Like
Yeah, you have it
Yeah,
in
you do.
your
Oh, buddy.
inventory, like back in your hands.
Thank you. I can use this.
As it continues to talk, yes, I've seen something like this before. It definitely is missing, one might say, a soul, a heart. Once you can figure out how to obtain one within it, it should be a lot easier.
No.
Lee just sort of like shouts out from over the distance. So don't you mean that she should give her own? Isn't that the whole point of the bow? That you're supposed to be super committed to it.
Or is it in the literal sense?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
I mean, I don't mean tear your own heart out, but more like you're supposed to be committed to it in some way.
I was
yes
thinking
and no.
Clarence's heart.
But
Oh my god.
it depends on the item and how they were made. And you can hear the individual that's guiding all of you, and it's just some items, as it lifts up its hand, you would assume it's like trying to just kind of like mentally showcase one or the other type thing. On one hand, you will see items that were created by dark energy or curses or dark magic, where trapping of oneself or another in it to obtain a more stronger weapon, a more bonded like thing. But on the other is the same effects but done in a more light magic or given oneself to another. I can honestly say if she, as suggesting to you, Prime, if she was to give herself to the bow, she could, but she would no longer be walking among you.
Okay, so it's that way. So we have to go find someone to suck into the bow? I don't know. It sounds pretty...
Typically, when you want to do or achieve something of this sort, you're picky of what you do or choose. As the armored individual that's in the back, kind of walking close to Dwayne, and it's just, if you choose the wrong individual, you could have something fight back against you. If you choose something that might enjoy its purpose, you might find it more advantage to you, but could consume more of the user. But if you find one that could be in the middle, that doesn't seek some sort of gain from being trapped within an item or weapon, but at the same time is willing to give a helping hand, you might find a very balanced weapon. But only few achieve such a feat.
I look at Prime. Well, I'm horrible for that weapon then, because I always want gains.
I know.
At least it's like holding like a weight. Oh wait, not those kind of gains throws it away.
Prime doesn't have an idea, but I do.
Well, I'd be horrible for the bow too.
No,
Oh.
I was thinking more dog.
Oh, Lero. Well, then we have to go find Lero first again.
Yeah.
But anyways, do you guys speak or ask about anything else, or?
Yeah, I guess I would just ask, like, out of, like, since we're like on normal speaking terms, it's like, so what are your goals? Yeah, do you just want to have your own neck of the woods, as they call it, or do you have something bigger in mind?
As you guys have been traveling for a good time, I can explain more once we get inside. And as you see, kind of the clearing breaks, you see it's not huge, but it's something, a temple. And it's like, okay, so it seems like we're getting somewhere. And as you guys start to approach, you can see just like a hooded individual standing on like what would appear to be the top part of the temple. And there's stairs, not that leads directly up, but it's kind of like it goes up and then you got to go to the side and then up and then to the side. It's a very weird direct up, but as you guys start to do that, some of the individuals kind of stop following you and stay back, but you see more lizard folk kind of come in and take their place. And you guys can see like this temple is at this moment swarming with lizard folk. As you guys
They worship something like this.
As you guys get up there to the top, you can see the individual that was leading you just kind of gestures to the more robed-like individual and just, I would now be leading you for the rest of the journey. I would hope, once again, our pact stays the same. And once you have achieved what you're looking for, you will also passively leave.
You
We
need
will
not
leave.
fear harm.
Prime. Choose an.
Uh-oh.
I want you to choose an element for me.
It's lightning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's lightning. I'm
Okay.
picking lightning. Yeah,
I
let's
just.
pick lightning.
Okay, thank you.
No, you're welcome.
So, anyways,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's just lightning. There's no other choice here.
there's a few, but there's not a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
It's
doing lightning. It's the lightning. Yeah.
it like I will say you could do acid, you could do force, lightning, and that's about the only three you could technically
Force is
pick
pretty
from.
good.
Yeah, I mean that proves Prime's a
I say
Jedi.
force was really good on Clarence. Yeah, I'll do force. I didn't
So,
know.
It's up to you. It just changes how you would do some things. That's all.
Force is cool.
I'll do force. I do like that. It was
Okay.
good with the cannon.
Easy enough.
I killed a guy with it once.
Okay, you should now be able to check out your details on it.
Can I click it?
Can I click my candy?
Can I click it?
Look, dude. Oh, sick.
Very nice.
Nice.
So, anyways,
Oh my goodness.
as you guys
Oh wow,
Or
you roll low too.
as you guys are at the top, you can see races that you viewed in other parts of this region. You can see a couple of minotaurs that looks like they bear a little bit of the semblance from the either Raka or Ares Gate. You can see other decorative individuals that look like they might have came from more armored still, but look like they might have came from Crisport. But they all just kind of constantly watch you in one whole motion, and it's just, well then, let us continue. And so as you all being escorted going down this dark and steep not jungle, but the steps going within the temple, which we will then change this. And let's just do this. Why not? No, not that. I want this. There we go. No, that one's better. Sorry, I'm picky. Okay. As you guys continue to descend down, you can see where there's other individuals and stuff like that in places, not doing anything but watching you guys. Some actually are moving some things here and there. But you guys start to get away from more of the structural of the temple and go into a more natural cave-like formation. And as you guys continue down for a good couple of minutes, for a brief moment, there is a giant opening as you guys are walking along. And you can see further deep into the cave, and you can see a little bit of light sources here and there. But this looks like a really deep underground, not town or city or anything, but just a giant hole, but like of different caves or just something that could be bigger. But as you guys get closer and closer, you can hear what sounds like another conversation going on. And as you guys kind of start to go down a little bit of a steep, you can see what appears to be a... People can give me a perception check if you guys want.
26.
Ah, damn it.
I'll take.
Okay. Just like it falls.
I love it how it fell over, and he gets a net 20. I love how his net 20 still loses out to my 13. So funny.
So,
Ah,
all right. So you guys can notice that there looks like another individual. Um, you guys can maybe. It's hard to assume what this person is. Maybe it's the same thing for this entity that's been guiding and talking to you guys. But they're talking to another individual. And they're slightly robed up, but the hood's down, and you can see what looks like a somewhat of a young pink tiefling. And
Pink, like not red, but actual pink.
yeah.
Hmm.
And as you guys kind of start to get close to the conversations, just we'll carry this next time if you'll give the librarian my dues. I'd greatly appreciate it. Not a problem. Thank you. See you again next week. And just this portal opens up. The tiefling walks through, and it closes. As the individual turns,
Like Elise just looks at it like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Huh? It's like,
As-
like Elise just says loud. I've never seen a pink one before after he's disappeared.
as the individual turns to you all and just, sorry, I was not necessarily expecting a friend of mine to show up, but they wanted to give a little bit of information about what I asked for. And so I had to unfortunately lead you a longer path to your destination so I can get what I was looking for.
But are we dealing with the actual the thing behind everything now, or is it still another puppet?
It looks like another humanoid.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can decide, but it's just another humanoid, and it's just
No, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just like if there's an actual difference.
is it my
nevertheless.
favorite enemy? No, I'm joking.
Nevertheless, if you guys are ready, it's just a little bit longer, but we may rest if you need to. You have been walking for quite some time now.
No, we're used to it.
mm.
Very well. Please follow me, and continues to lead. And this individual is already having like a lantern-like light source, and as they kind of go down just a little bit of a corridor. So, first off, this area this whole cavern, it smells bad. Not of death, but of something else.
Mm.
It's not a pleasant smell, but you guys are kind of able to overlook it.
Elise just walking around like.
Yeah, that would help. But as you guys are led down, there's some rooms that looks like that are behind more of recently made kind of like doors, if you will. But you'll continue to lead a little zigzaggy down to this room where you can see there's a couple of lanterns in there that's looks like it's already been recently set up for you guys. And you can see just in the middle, it's a little bit cracked in some places, but still eligible as the obelisk stands before you all. And the individual is just, most of my individuals, if you will be standing outside. We'll be watching, but we won't interfere. And as I said, the entity that you spoke of, I have temporarily dealt with it, and so it should not be bothering you all.
Anything you want from this? Because obviously you want something in return, right?
Knowledge is key, if I'm not mistaken.
Very often.
It would be nice to see what this holds, as it clearly holds a significant information. I have already deciphered what the language is, and it's more of, in my interpretation, to lead those off of the course of what its true purpose is. So whatever you needing to do, I would assume you know maybe of another way to draw out information. I would just like to know what it is.
I just want to look at the talking one that's talking to us. So, you said you would talk more about what your thing is here. Like, what do you want? Apart from knowledge, you want something more?
I want to leave this planet. It just is a lot harder as the technology around here is not easily available.
So I want to
I
leave too.
can leave without an issue. But since I have a couple of individuals already under my influence, if you will, I would like to take them with me. I would hate for them to suffer without me being here. And so trying to gather a lot of forces, as you have seen walking through here, it's a lot harder to get them to where I would like to go.
So it's not another plane of existence, I assume it's another planet thingy.
One could say so, yes.
That's weird. Anyway,
Where did you originate then? Originally, if you're not from here or other planes.
Make a persuasion check.
God
Oof,
damn.
that's low. That's a 12.
I believe that's probably something you don't want to know. And not important enough for you to know.
I don't think it would be relevant for us if it's hard to get there anyway. I think we have other business than to begin with. Saving this planet and all the other crap, right?
You can
And saving, she says with sarcasm.
Yeah, you can try. Have fun with
No.
that.
Nah, probably gonna end up in self-preservation, but you know, it is how it is.
If
well,
only you
also
knew, as it's kind of like stepping it again.
I
It's,
like-
it's not the room is doesn't unlike the temple that you guys were at that had a door and stuff like that. It's just an opening, and all he does is just step out in the opening, but it steps out of that room. But like you can still see and communicate if need be.
Elise giggles as the thing says that. It's like, well, maybe we can talk about it later. Let's go figure out what this thing is about.
You have the room, in a slight, very weird because it's like it's sarcastic, but it's also plain. It's just the room to yourself.
I just look at the three dragon boys, and I just go, well, do your thing, I suppose.
You can see as Garbu and X kind of like looking around, like around the obelisk and stuff, and it's just like Garbu mentions like, because he spoke to you guys that there was like something kind of speaking to him, and he's like, I don't sense, see, or hear anything. But you see the voice who's just transfixed on something like against the wall, and it's just, I believe this is my turn.
No, this is the Tiamat one.
Yes. And just, are we ready?
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do what you can't resist.
All right. And she kind of walks up and just slowly presses her hand against it. Part of the wall.
Elite puts out a foldable chair and sits in it. Here we go.
So because
What the hell did you get the foldable chair?
Like Elise like pulls more out of the bag of holding.
It needs
what this is for.
It needs to be that gif of that guy who just like has like a very basic foldable chair, but yeah, he just like jerks it, folds open,
Yeah,
throws it
yeah.
down, and
I know
sits.
it's um. Yeah, go ahead. I know
Okay,
which one it is.
so
Yeah, I got it.
because of the fact that Garbu isn't here, I would like for one of you guys, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Bryce.
Yay.
I knew it was gonna
Hey.
be me.
Roll
It's always
me
you.
a d5.
It was always gonna be you. It's gonna be a 4. It's gonna be a 4. I feel it.
It's gonna be a
Five.
3. Oh, damn it.
Hey, that's as high as I could have gone. I'm still well. That's Clarence apparently though, so I don't know. That's probably the worst choice.
All right, so,
What are you doing, buddy?
so pretty much what they see, and they'll explain this as well. But ooh, that one's. I'm surprised you guys got that one. Okay, so what they see is the same sequence as before, right? Of 3 dragons, 3 of them showing different lights. The 2 that look like entangled in some sort of fashion, with a third one watching, one speaking to dragonborns, one with like looks like hateful light. All of that happens, but it's like very rushed, like it bypasses all of that in a way. And then it goes to the last one that was seen, which was, it looks like a dragon that is kind of sparkling, if you will. And from last time, it just where it opens its eyes, almost like it's seeing the 3 of them. This time, as it eyes opens, and it just, I see that you are looking for the past. You may not like what you see, but it is the truth. It's so hard to talk when somebody ain't here, because it's just me now. What? Who are you? As the voice speaks, the dragon responds. I was once the creation of all, one where it originates. You say, I am the mother of all dragons, and dragonkind alike. No, I'm not that bitch. I ate her.
Okay, well, fuck her then.
Just a voice echoes in through the whole, like all the entities like scatter. Oh my god, we're being. Anyways, as the voice continues, if you're what started it all, how do you see us now? Like, are you still around? Are you? I don't understand. As the dragon responds, there's a lot you won't understand. Through these obelisks, you will understand its purpose, but through the history, it's clouded by misjudgment, mistrust, and mistakes. And yes, I am around, I am watching. Beneath your very feet, I know what everything has been going on, and it only makes me sad. Nevertheless, keep looking for the truth. And hopefully you can survive what is to come. As the vision kind of comes back out, and you can see all three of them kind of like taking their breath. Just kind of like eyes, their pupils kind of like wide open in a sense. Another thing that they would have gotten from this, part of an understanding of what it is. I can't remember what I said last time about the obelisk. That it's like it's connected to something, right? It feels like it's meant for something. With this part of an understanding, it's almost like when the time comes, these obelisks would be activated. Unsure what that means, but that is what they get. Because the fact Clay's not here. So, they will explain what they have seen to you guys. And then, of course, the
Wow.
individual who's listening as well.
I mean, it leads just to certain things. It's like, well, I guess that sort of checks out that things have been, that the
So
past
would
is
that technically?
obfuscated, as they say, in a fancy way. And I guess what we're trying to do is lift the veil of said obfuscation. And then whatever, then at some point these obelisks will activate to, I don't know, fuck shit up. Or unfuck shit up.
I hope. Really?
I don't know. It's just...
I mean, the purpose is unknown, but they will do something. So I assume that the one in near Slissy survived, I suppose, that it just got buried.
I wonder
Maybe
what the?
How many are there?
5
w-
without including the one at Zillisy.
Okay.
So
'Cause
now
you
there's
guys-
4 left.
Yeah, you guys were given a map pretty much of what was pinged where.
It's two on the western side and two
Yeah.
in the east. After this.
So,
Okay. I wanted to double check.
well, Okay, well, at least I know that there was a starting point. That's something, right?
I mean, yeah, there's apparently a third dragon that's the progenitor of everything, or an entity that presents itself as a dragon.
It just, but it didn't feel omnipotent, if that makes sense. I didn't feel like it was of godlikeness, like Bahamut or Tiamat.
I mean, are gods omnipotent if they don't see everything at all times?
I guess.
I feel like omnipotency to us is misunderstood. I don't think true omnipotency has ever been achieved. Because if you know everything at every time,
I think this just definitely means we need to continue going to more and get more information.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Mm.
Like, we can't stop what's coming, so we can only gather what information we can to arm ourselves against the coming storm.
We're assuming they won't all be this easy either.
I mean,
Probably.
this one could have been difficult if we chose violence.
True.
As the entities speak down, like, you would have been lucky enough if you've got to the cave, but that was where you would have lost your life.
Probably. Most likely. But honestly, I feel like in this day and age, it's better to make allies than enemies. Or at least be on neutral ground.
One could say the same. As I stated before, because of a unforeseen event, I have made a unconventional ally in someone, and it changed my perspective on things. And so that is why I was more than willing to see what has happened with this. Now I understand at least a little bit of what it's created to be. Not that I would see it fully achieved, as hopefully I would be gone then.
So you're planning on leaving soon?
Especially with the what I've been
Conflicts.
told is calling the Nameless King.
Mm-hmm.
What I do know is he has become a very rare entity. Only some can understand it. I have only seen one of its kind. We call them God Killers.
God killers.
Fantastic.
An entity that did not require aid of any magical or religious or supernatural thing.
You're
Whatever.
saying what he does is all physical?
I'm saying what I do know is this world is not what it seems to be, from what I have been told. Not that I care too much, but I know deities tend to do weird things in different places. And that's why, I don't want to stay longer and get caught up in any sort of conflict that arises from most of this. But what little information I get from my friend who is referenced, he gave me his name, which I'll keep to myself, but he's more of like a master of books, if you will.
Mm.
He has told me that this world is only plagued by death. And it would make sense now seeing this nameless king risen. Probably through his just sheer will and revenge is what brought him back. And through means like that, they become an unstoppable force. AKA God Killers. Because that is who usually they target. But in order to target them, you unfortunately have to start with the lesser to get to the greater.
Tends to be like that now. Kill the minions to draw out the pawns to draw out the knights to draw out the king.
Exactly.
Well,
That
since
is
you're
why
leaving,
I
I
plan
mean, I
not to
couldn't
be.
persuade you. If since you're leaving, I couldn't persuade you to part with something that we could use against him. I mean, in our futile attempt.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, guidance. Yeah, I've been rolling the same fucking shit on everything all the time. It's really funny.
Can I help
16.
by going, yeah, finger guns? Or does that distract?
Finger guns.
Honestly, because it would come from you, since you're the one who brought it up, it would detract because the fact of what you already have.
Didn't do it. It was a joke.
unfortunately, the things that I have are not accompanying me, as I do not require such materials. But I can see what I can try to do. But whatever aid I give you will be futile.
I mean, sometimes it's fun doing something futile. Us mortals, we don't really. If we're gonna die, we might as well die trying, right?
And that's the one thing I never could understand,
Actually.
is why you'd keep trying even though death is close.
I guess you'd rather go out with a bang than just sit there and watch yourself die. I think that's the thing. It's like we don't have a choice, so other than to try. I mean, I understand for you there's multiple options, multiple things, avenues, ways out, but for us with our limited capabilities, sometimes the only option that rests to us is to give it a shot, and if we succeed, we succeed, and if we fail, then we end up what we would have happened anyway, you know? I don't think there's really a rational explanation other than life wanting to live and wanting to try. I mean, you also want to live, you also want to survive, it's just that you can do things we can't.
Well, if you'll follow me, I'll at least lead you to a room. Let me see what I can offer you.
That's good.
I think that sounds reasonable enough. Please come this way. And as you guys are kind of guided a little bit out back into the more open cavern, and kind of just, it's like a couple of chairs, but like either of like more of a rockish, clayish design, not like a physical looking chair, but they were placed out for you guys already before you got there. And as you guys get there, you can kind of sit and discuss anything that you guys need as I look at something real quick.
So, guess we keep on digging, looking for the past. I mean, there seems to be a lot of discrepancies what happened in the past to begin with. Like, you know, that whole Stoneblade story? That,
Yeah.
oh no, yeah. I mean, I mostly look at Garway, I guess, for that,
Yeah.
but it's like that whole, and 8 as well, but like that whole Stoneblade story that I look at Prime, because Prime hasn't been told this per se, but like apparently Zetem used to be controlled by a faction called the Stoneblades, but none of us have ever heard of that.
Do I know anything about the Stoneblades?
No.
Would they would they happen to have anything to do with Dragonborn or dwarves?
We don't know. They just
Like their
they were just
history.
You can
they were just referenced in the name.
You can make a history check, but it's going to be extremely hard, as information like this was already kind of looked up and nothing ever came up. But again, you can try.
Nope.
It would have been like a nat 20, then we would have gotten like a tiny little bit.
Tiny little bit.
So there seems to be things that are out of place in the whole story of like the spirit that was trapped in Clarence as well. Like the story doesn't add up. The facts don't add up. So whatever these shrines are showing is that something fucked with time. In some way.
What? Yeah, but what did, though? And it had
Yeah,
to be
well,
a long time ago.
Yeah, well, maybe whatever this nameless king is upset with, right? Maybe the gods did it. Like, who else could? Well, something
Was
is
it
wrong at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that rhetorical? Because it's like there could be some that could.
I mean, like, I sort of feel like if the gods put their minds to it, they could do whatever the fuck they want now. It's just that the
True.
gods, I think that the gods rarely tend to be unified. I'd say like the only thing that would make the gods work together is if something threatens them, and they feel threatened enough.
Even then, they might not agree to it.
That's true. I mean, you always have the ones that don't give a shit. They're like, I'm a god, I don't care.
Yeah,
We're
also
god.
ego too. Some of them might not be willing to work with others. I mean, we saw that with the dragons too.
Okay. So I'll figure out what to do for the fourth one. But for first off,
Wait,
Prime,
Hello.
roll another d5.
Boy, now comes the 4.
Yeah, there's the 3. Here's the 3.
3.
Ah! I lose.
Okay.
Ah! Victory!
Vindication. Sorry.
Just roll a 1 or 2,
Wait, what do you mean? Just roll a run at 1 or 2?
like a d2. But like, sorry, I meant it like that. But it's either a
Oh,
1
I
or
was
2.
like, wait a minute.
You just
1
get
or
this type
2.
to roll.
I can't tell it what to roll. If it did, it'd be
Okay.
a 20 every time.
Okay, so let me take this. Okay, because I got it. All right. Aeth, roll a d5 for me.
Yes. D5.
2. Now it's the
4.
4. God damn it, I knew
Okay.
it.
You can roll me another d4.
Now it's the 2.
Another D4. Alright.
Another
4.
4. God damn it, of course, now it's trolling me.
It just
Okay.
It's just now it's the 4.
trolling you. Yeah.
We're just rolling for bowel movement schedules.
Something like that.
No, we're rolling for like the work schedule.
I'll
All
move
right,
with schedule.
Elise, your turn. Roll me a
Who's doing
d5.
chores this weekend?
It's like I need to take care of my child. I need to go to daycare. 3.
All right, either you, not, because the only option is the first one, because there's not a lot there. Actually, roll me a d20.
6.
He got more numbers than we did.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
different. It's not great either, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, I honestly don't really care. It's like we're getting something when nothing would have been gotten originally, so I'm all happy.
Oh.
All right, and then because of somebody's not here, we'll do it like this. We'll go
Do you want me
through.
to roll for him again?
You just roll a d5.
1. It's time.
4.
4 again. God damn
Man.
it.
You guys are.
Living
There's
it
more
up.
options, but you guys are just choosing the same things, and you're running out of the options pretty fast. All right, Aeth, roll a d3
Yes.
this time.
He got a baby
3.
turtle.
I got a baby turtle.
All right, at least just a d2, because 2.
We're going down. We're just going 4, 3, 2.
I don't know how much I like these. Okay. I'll look at those in a moment. All right. So, out of 4 of these, I would like for you guys, we're going to take a quick break for a second because bathroom break. But at the same time, you guys think option 1, 2, 3, or 4, you can only pick 2 of them.
Mm.
You guys have to agree on which one. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. All right, so they bring you kind of like a small box of stuff, right? And they put it down and they kind of go through a little bit what seems the best of the best that's in there. And as one is kind of going through the other entity, and it's just This is just what some of these individuals had on them when they arrived to my island. And so thus they don't need it anymore. And I somewhat hoard things. I'm sorry. It's a new characteristic of me. But nevertheless, these are the things I think might help in some aspects. They kind of first pull out, looks like a scimitar, a little bit of good design on it. Oh boy, she just woke up. A good design on it.
There's a
Hold on.
kid running in the background. There's also another bow of good design.
This bow is better than the legendary bow, so
I would
this is good.
immediately upgrade. It wouldn't even take a thought. Like if he's like, yeah,
It's
it's
a-
way
it-
more damage, I'd be like, oh,
You know,
okay.
that'd be funny. It'd
Sorry,
be so
God,
funny. It's like, what? That'd be
It's a
video
spa-
game logic.
it-
This legendary bow,
It's a
but
space
this
bow.
one does a bit. Yeah,
It shoots lasers instead of arrows.
Better I just go.
yeah.
I say the password and kill myself.
Ah!
Oh my
She just
God.
randomly wakes up too. It's just
Why'd
like-
you do that?
So, anyways,
Why'd you do that?
Prime's laying on the ground dead, by the way.
oh that makes sense. So they pull out what looks like a more designed like scimitar.
Mhm.
And they place it on the ground and kind of in front of you guys, and it's like, this seems to have some unique capabilities that might prove beneficial if one of you deems it necessary to wield. And kind of pulls out a very loosely necklace and places it on the ground. Is like, this should also hopefully prove some sort of usefulness. And this, as they bring out, you can see it looks like a kind of like a small handheld cauldron, and they put it down and like, while this does seem like it has been put through the ringer a couple of times, it's heavily cracked on one side, so you may not find a lot of uses out of it, but I found it here, and so maybe you can use it as well.
It has garble written all over it.
It's just a bucket, man. Not the worst part. It's probably just a freaking cauldron, and he's just like,
Yeah, but it's
it's
like
magic.
that has garble written all over it.
Yeah, it does.
he just
Your sippy cup's on the
I think Garbo just fucking jumps at that one, just like ah, mine.
That's a-
Hold on, let me grab one more thing real quick.
It's like that common is just Garbo material. It's like there's no two ways about it. Doesn't convince me otherwise. A busted up cauldron. That's just the thing for him.
can we just give it to him and then put it in his inventory, and then him be like, how did I get this cauldron?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
And then Joseph has to write like really important cauldron and then not say anything apart from that is really important. Then he sits there and thinks like, hey, this cauldron is really fucking important. Joseph, you need to put the cauldron in Garbo's inventory and then write it's super important. And then he's gonna sit there and think, what the fuck?
He'll ask about it
Why is
like,
it in
we
here?"
don't know, only you know.
You were here.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
yeah. Well, you were here.
I can't help that. I whispered it to you. Like, I don't know what else you want from me. Anyways. So, those were given to you guys. And let me see if this other one's here. Now, is there... Okay, that is not, so I'll have to make that. That's fine. Alright, so is there anything else that we could maybe trade for?
Let's see. Well, I have this really cool spear. But I don't really fight with spears. Don't know if you have something more suited of my druidic capabilities, but I mean, I'd be willing to trade evensies for it. Seems to be pretty powerful.
I have some tracking bolts I could part with.
I mean, let me ask, like, what are you guys looking towards in terms of trading these.
I mean, I am looking for things that directly upgrade my druid powers. I mean, in a way. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of items. I mean, I could sit there and look at items. I don't know if he like he has a bunch of shit to say. I could look at something of equal power, but it's more. It's a plus. It's the +2 spear. You know what spear I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He'll like, items is not what I necessarily meant. I'm sorry. It's more of information. I honestly have no use for such things.
Very good. I mean, I think the most useful information that we could potentially want is does this nameless king have any weaknesses? Anything we could exploit that you are aware of? Other than his pride.
Sorry, I love cookies.
I mean, you eat what you eat, man.
Why would you put olive in your cookies?
Because I hate myself for that reason, I guess.
Dang it.
So, anyways,
He didn't address the pun.
no, I addressed it. I just wasn't going to say anything.
Dang it.
Entities like that don't give themselves weaknesses. It's hard to describe. They have their flaws, like every other creature, entity, whether dead or but their sole focus is driven by one thing. And it seems as though this one is driven by death. Fortunately, not of a specific kind, but just an equal of everyone. So, it seems as though you won't be really finding much of survivability with such an entity like that.
Well, I guess the only option we have is to find friends more powerful than us. At least smiles.
Or become more powerful.
Yeah, that's true.
There is...
Like, you wouldn't happen to know of this chamber where, like, you sort of pressure gravity and then you can work out really hard.
You mean, I do have this thing called the hyperbolic time chair. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Like,
One day in
I'm
there is 1
sprinting
year.
through the building.
like, we can go
Oh,
fucking all
God,
work
you're
out
already
in
in
there.
there?
I'm currently in there now. This is the, like, you know, I'm just anyway. There might be a way to help us both. It would require me to probably stay a little bit longer, but I have noticed here in this region, very few. I've only seen a very limited amount. There's these crystal gem-like people.
I look at Prime.
Are they in my favorite terrain? Outside?
Jesus.
Like, wasn't you with like one of these gem people?
Do I know what a gem people is?
The only crystal gem-like people that any of you have saw was the day that you all actually met each other.
Exactly, as I said.
When Prime was trying to save this gem-like humanoid from a couple of Etons.
Do I know anything about the gem peoples?
No.
That's why I
What did you
was-
do with that guy?
Yeah.
What did you do? Yeah.
All you knew was
I don't know.
he kept saying he needed to go to Prover. And so
Motherfucker.
when all of you went to Raqqa, right? You all went together. As the group went to go do their thing because you guys had the fake shield at that time. Prime escorted the gem-like individual back to Prover, like at the front gate. Here you go, and went back to Raqqa.
We didn't talk about anything. Yeah,
He
that
was-
tracks. Actually,
He
no,
was
yeah.
a silent individual. He didn't
Prime,
talk at all.
Prime's not asking either. Yeah, I get it.
So, anyways, if I've seen one, I know there must be more.
We've seen one as well.
I escorted him to Prover.
Shithole.
Shithole.
There might be something
Was
there.
it that bad?
Oh, do we have to go there? I don't want to go there. I hate it there. Oh well, I suppose we have to.
How
Had to
bad
get
was
that
it?
again.
The
Pretty
ra-
bad.
They are called shard mines. Again, they're a race of a crystal-like humanoids. They are extremely passive. But what they make is extremely useful. They can make what I call a crystal gate. And with such a thing, you can traverse anywhere with such a with a properly built one. The stars that you could visit, new areas that were never possibly achieved by normal kind before. That could be a way to escape this god killer.
For you or for us?
Well,
Like, are you hinting at us leaving as well?
I would suggest if you, as immortals, know a way to get off of said planet, to do so. Because with once an entity like that is created, it is extremely hard to stop.
Have they been stopped before? Something like that?
I've heard of both ways. But again, they are rare in their creations. It takes a lot of
Has to be a cost
drive
for it.
that makes them come back. Typically, from my knowledge, some could come back, but you would see them as undead, ghouls, specters of the sorts, lesser things. But something has to really driven this entity to a far point to achieve the status he is at now. And I
Well,
would
it seemed to.
Go ahead.
Don't know how long you've been here, but it seemed when he told us things, since you seem to know things and information always helps, like completing the picture can help you figure out other things. This entity claimed that things were taken from him a long time ago, and he's taking back what he lost, and that the gods wronged him. Essentially,
That sounds like a perfect good example of his creation, but something else had to help driven him. I have felt it presence before, just like that bow. That might be what has pushed him a little bit further beyond.
I mean, he does have the shield.
He doesn't have all the weapons, does he? Or is he?
But he said he owned the shield, the bow before as well,
No,
didn't he?
when he saw the sword when you guys went to fought the
Oh,
dragon.
the sword.
I used to wield that.
Oh, okay, so he owned the sword. I mean, does check out because the bow, the sword, and the shield seem to be out of our time as well, to be created a long time ago.
Different types of weapons too for him to be using. Well, the shield, no, but the sword. But I don't know if he would I mean,
I just look at the thing as like I know you want to leave, and I know you're like, oh, this entity is so strong, it's a god killer. But I mean, like everything can be killed, including gods. It's just that a lot of people think they can't.
Understand me, and you all, Prime, you were the first one to notice this.
Mhm.
And you practically freeze.
Mhm.
As above you guys, you just see a head slowly poke out of a dragon. But something's off about it. There's all of these little tendrils kind of coming off of the dragon a little bit towards its back. And it is just the head alone seems bigger than Hansu itself.
How? Didn't know they got that big.
Oh, so it's one of those dragons, like tentacle dragon. I like it.
I have other needs that needs to be met. And you hear this in your minds instead of out loud. And I do not want to squabble and attempt to lose a life here.
No, I'm not saying you need to do something. I was more talking out loud to ourselves.
Does the dragon look familiar?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like okay.
It's just the head alone and what little bit of sounds of like movement from it. It sounds like a huge ass motherfucker. And again, the head alone just it looks like at least as big as Hansu's body.
This is like ancient plus level. Well, I'm not saying you're supposed to fight anything. Was never the intent. More like we have to find some way. Like you have an opportunity to leave, and I didn't know that dragons were like everywhere across all planets. But that's cool. Cool to know, I suppose.
I did not originate as a dragon.
Or did you take over a dragon? Sort of sucked his brain out and then be like, now I'm the dragon.
It's an illithid. No, I would have noticed actually.
No.
Yeah.
Prime, you are not incorrect of your assumption.
Oh, it's a mind flayer. It's a mind flayer
I knew
dragon.
it was a freaking.
It is a illithid dragon. My creation was actually of my death. I accidentally arrived to this place and was caught between this and an ancient beast itself. It devoured me. But something changed and mutated. For whatever reason, I am now new in a new body. This ancient draconic body. And that is how.
It's one of those. What's that thing called again? The brains.
Elder brains.
It's an elder brain that got eaten by an ancient dragon. And the ancient dragon was like, "Ha! I'm a dragon. I eat you. I win." And then the elder brain was like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. You lose. I win." Anyway, I look up at it and I'm like, well, I suppose if you when you want to leave, have a good one over there. And if you ever look back at us and we failed, at least we tried.
That is at least the plus to you mortals, is the fact is also your downfall of trying.
I guess we're flawed, right? Just who we are. Like
the entity that has been originally talking to you all is, will now be able to escort you back. At least out, so you may travel to your next destination, I assume.
Yeah.
Are we still able to grab those weapons, or
The
laid
items?
out, or no?
Yeah. Those were yours to take.
I'll
if
grab
you...
the scimitar.
Okay.
Sure.
Those were just y'all's to take.
I will give the pot to Garbu.
The
Okay.
pot.
And we can look at this necklace, what it does, and then really we'll see what it does
Sure.
later. Let's just get.
Yeah.
Let's not overstay our welcome.
Good point.
let's get out of here then. The deal has been made. The deal has been fulfilled, and now let's live up to the last part of it.
Yep.
Do I feel any differently? Like as far as the curse effects, I don't know if that's right.
No.
Okay.
You talking about the
Word.
Fallen Bane? No.
Yes. Okay.
You were still affected by the same that is stated in your thing.
I mean, you can ask him if he can help you with it. Why you're not being cleansed? I mean, maybe he knows. Right on the way out, as we're walking out.
Can I do that, or are we
I
too
mean,
late?
You're being escorted out. That doesn't mean the conversation had to end.
Have we got a name from this dude?
no, we never asked.
I don't think he would give it to us either so easily, though.
Name is power.
Tell
Mhm.
me.
You
I
can
give
ask.
you my name. You give me yours.
I do not go by a name. I have no name.
I'm going to name you French Toast.
He
Feel like
smites you
you-
on the spot. I scoot away from Prime.
I scoot away. I scoot away from Prime too.
You are
She
naming
doesn't say
me.
that.
Okay.
She doesn't say that.
Yes, he
Clarence
will
said
live
it.
on with
And
that.
Clarence
Yeah,
just got
Clarence just
smited
popped out
somewhere.
of interdimensional portal. French Toast.
Oh
No.
my!
That's fair. Could you answer another question for me instead?
At least just in the background, the Elder Dragon.
You may ask.
I'm not being cleansed of a certain taint that was left
Papa.
on me.
Papa Tentacle.
I'm
Oh my god!
not entirely sure why. But do you have any clue to why that would be happening?
As you guys kind of like stop in your tracks, the entity turns to you and looks like he's trying to examine you. Right? Pretty low.
10.
Dang it! I don't know what's wrong with you, you idiot.
You do seem to be affected by something, but unfortunately, this type of effects is something I do not dabble with. There is somebody I can ask, but it would require you to not leave yet.
How long?
Unknown. He could get back to me at any time. Could be the second after I asked. Could be a week from now. And that's even if he happens to know the information.
I think our timetable's a little too tight for that. But thank you.
Which is understandable.
I mean, we know its source, and that's about it.
If you tell me each of your names, maybe I can mention it by if I remember, and maybe they can reach out.
Sure, why not?
Can I insight that?
Sure, what are you inciting?
I want to see if she's gonna use our names in some like weird King Killer Chronicles crap and like speak us out of existence or something. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's like when you look at that
Doesn't matter.
fucking. When you look at that illithid dragon, it's like they could have killed us at any
Yeah,
fucking
like, I
point.
don't freaking want to. Like, I don't know. I don't want to.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
The
It's fine.
your mind is just filled with. I don't want to say it.
Go for it.
Yes.
Tentacle daddy.
Good
Tentacle
God,
daddy.
Prime, what
Wait,
the
Who am I
hell?
picturing getting the tentacle?
That's just the only thing that keeps going through your mind.
Tentacle daddy.
What's the name? What's the name of the guy, the merchant, the fat one? It's him.
Bell.
Yeah.
Bird.
No,
It's
Bell
Mr.
is the
Bell.
fucking. Bell's the entity under the crystboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Joseph is like, "Yeah, damn right he is.
It's just Jabba the Hutt chilling down there. Why? Why?
I mean, I've
You
already
guys are
made
some
me
of
the-
the worst, making me owe him
I've
a favor.
already made one Star Wars reference. How hard would
Bring
it
me
be
the
to make
Wookiee.
another?
Bring
He's
me
gonna
the
make you.
Wookiee.
He's gonna make you clean his belly button.
Bring me the Wookiee.
And the sucky part is he
Clarence!
has 2
You're-
belly
you're-
buttons.
Ah. And they're
Oh, he's got
infinitely big.
2 of them? Oh,
Oh.
disgusting.
So, anyways,
You know he doesn't clean them either.
well, one he can't get to because it's underneath him.
Underneath the other one.
It just gets
Like-
worse.
That's not his belly
There's
button.
no
That's his
improvement.
face. What are we
There's no
talking
improvement.
about?
I
We've got
smite.
Master Bell in a sewer getting tentacle porn, and I am just lost.
I smite.
Oh.
I smite Joseph.
This is why I didn't want to say it. Okay. So,
I smite
anyways,
Joseph.
it's up to you guys.
Sure, I'll give him a name. I mean, like, I sort of had the feeling like he's asking out of politeness, but he could just read our minds at any given point and be like, "Yeah, I can know it anyway if I want to." I'll say my name.
Okay.
First name or is it first and last?
I think first name works fine.
I'll. In thanks. My name is Prime Peak.
Why'd you say your first and your last name?
Is that or is that just the name, first name in general?
Is that, I thought, yeah, I thought
Legendary
Peak was your last name.
Peak is my last name.
What?
Prime Peak. That's what I said.
I think you only meant the first name.
Technically,
Well, it's yeah.
Prime Peak is just
Name.
the name. Like there is no first or last name. It's Prime Peak. But by
So it's like Dread Private Roberts.
But by Tabaxi standards, one of those is what they are usually referenced by, which dictates kind of like who's who, and she goes by Prime.
Like a double middle name.
I was very honest.
Yes. So, well, it has been a pleasure, and at least somewhat comforting to see more neutral and friendly faces amongst a world of chaotic and death. I wish you all the best of luck. And hopefully your demise would be swift, if not painless.
Probably not, but we'll figure it out, right? It seems
Hopefully
that
they don't demise.
this gold
demise.
killers have sat with us, so
Ugh.
we'll figure it out. Not with you though, Ayat. He seems pretty chill with you, but the rest of us, not so much.
He probably barely knows me.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, all of you are escorted out. And of course, it looks like all of the individuals are kind of doing their thing, like whatever they were doing before you guys arrived. But there is a few that are just lingering as they just kind of stand and watch. And it's like, I guess, seeing what you guys do next, as you guys are on top of the temple at this point.
Should we try and get out of here? Or
I mean, yeah, we can get out of here whenever we feel like it. I just wave. I just summon the eagles, and I just look at the one of the people standing there below. Probably won't see you around, but if we do, see you around.
They all kind of like, the ones that will watch, and they all kind of raise their hands and like, safe travels. But, and it's weird because it's like different voices and stuff like
I knew
that.
you were gonna. I knew somebody was gonna do it. I was like, no, I better not do it because everyone's just gonna be like, wow, look at you, giant nerd. Yeah. Of course.
We were
welcome.
playing D&D. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah,
I knew. Yeah, but I just like, there might be a limit. There might be a limit.
Nerds
How
playing
is there a limit?
D&D.
I legitimately, while it's not the same thing, but
I
I
thought
have,
about it. I was like, God.
I
damn.
have
Just
a
made like fucking
D&D.
several Star Wars references.
Yeah,
There's fucking shit
I kn-
everywhere.
yeah,
I
but
have a
Star
D&D
Trek. You know how
Star
Star
Wars
Wars fans
book
are with Star
right
Trek.
here.
They hate it.
So
Is X still there?
yes,
I'm gonna look over at X and be like, "Were you thinking about the tentacles too?"
no.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I
Wasn't-
honestly
wasn't
was
either.
thinking about how hard it would be to fight that thing, but like
Probably really fucking hard.
exactly.
We would just
God.
die.
Yes.
It probably will suck out your brain.
Or
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, suck out your brain and then turn it into.
But nobody the tentacle thing. Like nobody. Okay,
No.
Why
sorry.
would we think about it like
It
that?
was just in my head. I couldn't get it out.
Why was it in your head?
It's like it was like a deer in the headlights. I don't know.
Tentacle Daddy?
Well-
Wow.
Well, maybe once we get away, you will be a little bit safe. And this is for shits and giggles. As the voice kind of goes back to herself, she's like, "She must never know."
I didn't say
Oh my
Somebody else is a perv. I knew one of you guys was a
23!
pervert.
23! Tell me your secrets!
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Crap. Can I try to section for nat 20?
Hold
Come
on.
on.
What is my?
Dang it.
Oh, I can't. Oh no, I can't do it because I have this in. Hold on. Let me copy this. Get rid of this. Okay, I can do that. Oh no. Okay, I can do that.
Do they know
Um,
it was Master Bell?
No, because things were messing up because I had something already in my little chat bar. Anyways, which I don't need it now. I have it over here.
Tell me your secret.
Tell me
No,
your
none of
Actual
you.
deception.
None of you know. You can all suck it.
Shit.
Wait.
Ah.
On the roll, the thing that she do, I minus it with a 3. Do I know now?
Well, 30. God. Ah.
She's hiding something.
God damn
Alright.
it.
At least it
I
just
would
looks,
use this
at least
spell
it just
if I
looks,
could.
looks with 3, at least it looks with 3 prime and the voice. I know enough.
Prime just looks back at her like,
I know enough.
Anyways,
You get the hell out of there.
where do you guys go?
Let's see. The third? Where was the other one was behind the tops, right? To the left.
Yeah, you have it all the way over here.
Oh, there it is. So
And
we can just-
then I think hold on, because it's on the map section in Discord. And then one kind of like around the islands again, right above Raqqa.
I guess we go. Do we go to the one to Zetum, and then we bounce down to the one to Raqqa because the other ones are on the east side.
probably. And are we gonna, hold on. Zethum.
So we
'Cause
can like bounce here, and then if you want to, we can go to
We have to go
Sloses
to
and then.
Prover anyway, right? So that makes sense.
I mean, we don't have to go to Provo. It's more like, hey, if you want to bail out, you can bail out.
I mean, would you like to have the option?
I don't really feel like we have an option, do we?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think we have the
Right.
option.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the option technically if you want to be selfish cunts, but I mean, do we really want to be like that? But I mean, we could go there west. Well, I mean, we have to go to the shrine first, and then we could, if you want to, we can make it then straight there. We can go to
Mm-hmm.
Sloses and then to make a pit stop there and see what we can, if we can stock up on some things there. Because like the thing is, like right now, you have to imagine as well that this part now is completely fucked, right? So there's nothing we can get from there. So if we need stuff, we can only get it from. Oh
he didn't like that idea.
no, then we can.
Didn't like it at all.
I cannot still explain to Cole. The only 2 places we can get something from is these 2.
Yeah.
So we probably want to go west first, then bounce into Sloses, see what kind of shit
Probably.
we can get there. Bounce into Rock if we need to, and if we're really desperate, we can go to Provo, I suppose. We
How
go west.
desperate are we?
Because I mean, here's the thing: you guys have
figure out.
no You guys are completely new to the Provo, but the last time you guys went, even for something kind of small, like it did not work out in y'all guys' favor. And
I
so
think so.
that's kind of like something to think about.
As I said, if we're desperate for something, then we can maybe look in there. But then we have to find a way in there. But anyway, let's go. Let's make our way to the second one over there, because like there's nothing for us here apart from that thing there, so we might as well hit it up.
Okay, so
Mm.
for this time,
We should
I
be
would say
careful.
there's probably, I would say because of the time spent not only getting here but time there, I would say you guys probably make it at least there, and that's where you'll have to rest for the night.
Mm.
So
Can I guess we taking watches still, or we
We
past
should look at
that
those.
point?
We should look at those spicy items.
Yeah.
See what they do.
all right, and that I believe can be done by ritual as well, correct?
Yeah, we can just sit there like a short rest essentially. We can sit a bit of short rest. We don't have to.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So or part of the long rest essentially. We can do that.
yeah. The scimitar is a scimitar of wounding.
Hey,
Ooh,
isn't that
that
wasn't
good?
that
Is that an upgrade, Ave?
That was one of the rapiers from one of the siblings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except it was a rapier instead. Yeah. And then the necklace is a necklace of fireballs.
Oh my
Oh boy.
god.
Bolt or
Dude.
ball?
Fireballs.
Fireballs.
How many bees does it have on it?
5.
At this
Five.
level, if you gave that to Clarence, he could cast so many fireballs.
I mean, what do we want to do with?
Spell slot though.
I
What
know.
do we want to do with the fireballs?
I mean, you're the only one that Garby could cast it too, right?
it's not
You don't need.
it's,
It's
not
not.
casting.
It's
You would take a bead off of the necklace and you chuck the bead, and that
Can I ask
bead
a
explodes as a fireball.
common
Does it-
sense question?
What?
Will there be a dex check involved in the throw?
no.
Like, could we
Just-
tell? Like,
No, not really. Unless like it's something stupid, then I would probably. But that's really again for like shits and giggles. If I find it like, oh, this is absolutely funny, I feel like you gotta roll something like that.
I mean, if
Oth-
you're rolling it in a storm,
Is
like
it-
it's storming, and it's like you roll it in there, and it's like it sort of flies randomly to the air and
Yeah.
lands somewhere.
But this is
It's-
just more of like within your typical range of things. So like I would say maybe within 120 to 60 feet. Because again, you're just taking a bead and throwing it. And wherever that
Is
bead
it,
lands is where it explodes.
we should give it to the guy with the
Do
lowest.
do they?
And no, they do not regenerate.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
No, I know.
No.
So how many beads do we have? 5.
Yeah, 5.
I say we hang on to that. Don't use them right now.
Yeah, we don't have to use them now.
Since
okay.
they're not spells and they are actions, correct?
Yes.
Mm. Anyone can use.
Conceivably, I could throw 4 of them in one round.
Yes.
I mean, you throw the entire necklace.
You can, because it states on here as well, you can hurl multiple beads or even the whole necklace as one action.
Do you want me to take it since I can do 4 on my first round?
No, it's
No, but it's
no,
like
no,
it's one
no.
action. You can only.
It's like
One
if,
a-
no. If
A
you want,
misunderstanding then?
yes, if you want to take off and throw just one bead, that is one
Yes.
action. If you're like,
Oh, okay.
if you're like, I want to take off and throw 2 beads, that is one action to
Okay.
throw 2 beads.
That
So you
makes
can't
way
rapid-
more
you
sense.
can't
So we could
rapid
just
fire.
toss the whole necklace.
You
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
just. You can't
That doesn't
fucking
seem better.
elf
I was like,
or
dude,
elf
that'd be so
from
sick.
No,
Snowball
so
in
fucking
that.
stupid. Imagine like a fighter with like a 11 fighter who gets like I think action surge. You could shoot 6. You could do 6 in one round if it worked like that.
So
Hey DM,
Oh,
I
God.
machine ball you with fireballs, and the DM is like, no.
makes me think of
Oh my
what
god.
the what was it? I think it was the elf movie with the snowball thing, and he's just chucking snowballs.
just chucking them at kids too.
Ex-
They're not even like other adults. They're just straight up kids.
Except this
But
time they would explode.
Well, we can can hang
On
on
the
to the
kids.
fire. We can hang on to the fireball necklace in case we need it.
And
yeah, I'd say
the last one, which is the cauldron,
which we were willing to give to Garvu.
this is a
Mhm.
cauldron of rebirth.
Uh-huh.
Rebirth?
This tiny pot bears relief scents of heroes on its cast iron sides. You can use the cauldron as a spellcasting focus for your druid spells. And it functions as a suitable component for the scrying spell. When you finish a long rest, you can use the cauldron to create a potion of greater healing. The potion lasts for 24 hours, then loses its magic if not consumed. But because it is cracked, it is now lasts for only like 7 hours.
12 hours?
No,
Oh.
it's
damn.
really reduced because it's heavily cracked. As an action, you can cause the cauldron to grow large enough for the medium creature to crouch within. You can revert the cauldron to its normal size as an action, harmlessly shunting anything that is within it, or that can't fit within it, its normal size. And you can place a corpse of a humanoid in the cauldron and cover the corpse with 200 pounds of salt for at least 8 hours. The salt is consumed and the creature returns to life as if by raised dead at the next dawn. But you cannot do
Is
that
raised dead a
again
spell?
until 7 days.
So you're telling me that is it a druid focus item?
It is a druid focused item.
Is there any way we could would mending be able to fix that, or is that something far beyond a mending?
Magic items don't get fixed by mending.
Okay.
Well, if it's a druid focus, I mean,
So it's something we can res them within 10 days only.
raise that as 10 days, yes.
Okay.
I mean, if it's a druid focus, I can take it. I mean, if it's then it should probably be given to me if it's a druid focus. So
Definitely.
I guess. I
it-
guess we'll get no.
Yeah,
yeah,
literally
that
If,
makes
doesn't
sense.
if you were
Yeah.
trying to bring
Yeah,
something,
just
if you were trying to do
I've been-
raised dead, they would have to remain in that cauldron for 8 hours.
Okay.
yeah.
And then they would come back like that spell was used. The only difference is like
It means
once-
fucking 200 fucking pounds of salt.
One-
Doesn't restore the body parts or anything like that.
we're
does it?
gonna get all that salt.
No,
No.
it doesn't.
it's not like
Revivify.
well, even Revivify wouldn't necessarily do that. It's not like a I can't think of the spell.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, reincarnation.
Oh, yeah.
This is just like if they're missing an arm, like they'll still be missing arm, but they come back.
Yeah. I mean, there's only like true resurrection that fixes everything and wish. But other than that,
But because it's also heavily cracked, you don't know how many uses of something like that you could do.
yeah.
There is
I mean, hopefully never.
there is unfortunately a limit, but that is to be determined.
That's to be
Punch.
decided.
Where are we gonna get 200 pounds of salt?
That's a good question, isn't it?
I don't know many cities that's. Well, I don't know many
Yes.
towns that have that much.
Surprisingly
our
enough,
enemies.
it does state that that is only worth 10 gold pieces, though. But that is a shiz ton of salt.
Mm.
So you
I
would
need to- I
have to
need to-
definitely be in some place.
7 hours was the potion, right?
Should
Yeah, 7 hours is the
Yep.
potion.
should we warn the other people that are being affected by that curse thing that you guys are?
I mean, as far as we're aware, the only people that are affected are us four. Not you, but Nikolai. I'm putting the necklace of fireball on like the
Well-
big bag of holding, the group one.
Well, wasn't X affected by it as well?
Nope.
I thought he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, was he?
Yes.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, extra. Yeah.
Yeah, it was X and
He still has all of that. Like, he hasn't been...
No, he doesn't have the disadvantage. We took that one away.
Oh, yeah, you removed
the
curse onto
disadvantage on
him.
attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't well, you guys said you were in the town, so wouldn't it be possible you said your sister and your father were there, wouldn't they possibly have it too?
No, because
I mean, yeah.
I'm not
no,
saying this to be, rude or anything or negatively about it, but because I
but
have
it's
no
just
idea about
not
this.
talking
It's
once
just,
he starts thinking.
yeah,
Just a question, real quick. Are we planning on going to bed soon?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna heal myself real quick. I just wanted to double check. Continue. I apologize.
Oh, I mean, I should also probably heal myself the last few health points that I have.
Yeah.
so, who wants the scimitar then?
I mean, I don't fight, so
Is it something you can use?
Me? I could use it.
I will see.
I
I just
don't
wanted to hear.
get close much. Uh, you seem to. Would that be something better for you?
Hmm. Well, we'll have to see. See if I can do that. I don't know if I can make this my warlock thing packed weapon. Since,
I mean, you can. Nothing's stopping you from that.
yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take the time to see if I can attune to the weapon. Please, God, don't make me eat this thing like forward.
Dude, that'd be awesome, actually. That's just what I was thinking. Seriously, I was like, oh, he's gonna shove that thing right down his mouth. Slide down a
I'm
gullet.
gonna.
Ah, boy, oh boy.
I'll have the cane next to it, close to it too.
Should we try remove cursing because Garbo has like a 4 levels plus? Should we try remove cursing? Actually, if he is also super, like super super fucked. I
I
mean, we
thought you
can,
guys
right?
did already.
I mean,
No,
he'd
no,
be
no.
able to tell you, right, if he was.
I forgot about that he also had it. So I mean, and then Garbo has 4 levels, so he could use a 4 level to remove curse on X. See if we can get his health regen problem solved.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Joseph, you're muted, bastard.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean we will. I mean we're gonna go to sleep anyway, so might
Yeah.
as well try.
Why don't? Well, why don't you have Carby also send a message to Dante and let him know about your Nikolai,
Is that 5th
Nicole.
level?
Sending? It's
Yeah.
third.
Sending? No, third.
Do you want to try greater res since he didn't have to use it, just in case?
And I mean we can remove curse first because that can be done with upcasting to fourth first. See if that helps.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Try
Okay,
remove
so
cursing 4th level on him.
remove curse 4th level.
Or
On X.
All right, so as he goes up
Ouch.
to X and kind of casts that, and kind of like this glowy silver light as it kind of like wraps around him for a moment, and then just kind of busts and breaks. Nothing happens.
anything?
So
No,
what you're telling me
Okay.
that these 2 people need to be greater restoration?
I don't feel any different.
You certainly don't look any different.
I'm still getting used to seeing you guys overhead.
But take the mask if you don't want to. God damn it.
No, this is nice. I love this.
My middle finger in the air.
I can actually see it. I don't have to rely on sounds and vibrations to see you flipping me off.
God damn it. I mean, I suppose we could. I'll try my thingy then. Who should I try then? Should I try on X or on Prime? I don't really.
Didn't you already try it on Prime?
No, but this is great restoration. We didn't try that.
No.
Try it on X first.
Try it on
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Sure about that?
Garbu has one too.
I'll try great restoration on X then.
Okay, so you tried on X first.
Hmm.
What is it that you would like to be removed?
His health problem.
Okay.
Because I don't think he has spell slots, right?
I
No.
will double check, but no, he does not.
No, then the health problem. We can leave the spell slot issue for him. I don't care.
I will say, nah. That's the benefit of not having spells. It doesn't. So yeah.
I mean, like even for Prime, then the spell problem is like okay, it's a bit annoying, but it does not as bothersome. Like it really hurts us as spellcasters.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're gonna make me use bursting shot again. Well,
Okay.
Well, I'll use my Great Restoration next time and be like, well, did that do something?
Um, as you use it, there's just like a little bit of scars that still doesn't seem to have like healed as properly or whatever, but it like does start to close and heal, and he can just kind of feel a little bit. He's, I feel like I can breathe a little bit easier.
you do look better now too.
So it's.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I guess
maybe-
maybe it requires different levels of restorative powers the more you're trying to get rid of. I don't know.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know how this works. Apparently, this guy's some fucking gold killer bullshit. I don't know.
It's weird that he placed these on you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe I will go and meditate on this, and if he used to wield the sword, maybe something can tell me about it.
Sounds good.
And so he'll walk away for not extremely far, but he walks away.
Do you want to do Great Restoration on you then for the thing?
Yes, we should try it.
Let's do it. 5th level spell Garbo. Let's go, baby.
Okay. Sorry, I was putting all of these stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I already have the item. I just looked
Well-
at the color of rebirth on.
Yeah, I had to put it in Discord at least. And I'll double check that. Okay, so he uses his greater restoration on you, Prime. Hiya. Fantastic.
Am I
Prime,
dead? Yes.
as he puts his hand on you and feeling just this more insanely warmth of arcane that comes through you, what would you like removed?
Do I want to do the health one?
It's up
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, I want to do the health one. Let's do the health one. Yeah, yeah. Let's do the health one. All right.
Okay.
I can always shoot somebody at the end of the day.
Well, you still had disadvantage.
No,
No.
that's got
I
removed
already
first.
did that first. Yeah. We were like, no.
Like in case we had any comment at any point and she was rolling a disadvantage, that'd be like no go for us.
Okay, so you got.
We got disadvantage on Garbo left, health on me left, and spell slots on the Prime.
Yeah. Should we have Garbu send a message and ask your father, see if he's being affected by this as well?
He won't be.
Hope you're right.
I know I'm right.
If he was, he'd probably send you a message anyway.
I don't really think my father's in the mood to answer the messages at the moment.
That bad?
Worse.
Oof. Sounds like you guys really ended up in shit creek.
Oh, you don't even want to know. It was shit. It's more like shit ocean. I just look at the voice. I'm like, so are you happy you're finding out things with whatever's going on there in the dragon shrines, as I call them?
Sorry, I was also doing stuff.
You're tuned to this.
It is interesting to see how this is turning out. And while it doesn't necessarily answer any questions, it doesn't necessarily raise any questions either, to know that there was a being that created all of us before, at least of the draconic kind. And so not the answers, at least, that I am looking for.
I just look at them. Well, we very rarely get the answers we're looking for.
And that is true, and I'm at least grateful that just in a very small amount of time we have made more progress than in the past few years that we've been looking.
Well, sometimes you need a catalyst, I suppose.
What the hell, the catalyst?
Well, hopefully the next one won't be too much of a problem.
Well, it seems that whatever fucked up that first shrine is in all of them. So
That's
probably
true. If
should be ready with an exit strategy this time, instead of just running like a bitch like we did last time.
at least we know what to expect, and thankfully that Illithid was able to control or stop that one, so we did not cause any problems with it either. You know, I'd hate to peacefully be invited into a home to just wreck it.
That's why I mentioned it, so he would be aware. Or it would be aware.
But that is strange too. From a whole nother world. Something I never really quite thought of.
Well, I've read in books passing notes of the Illithid being from the Astral Sea. I mean, I don't know much about how they operate, how they function, but that's what I read in books, that they are from the Astral Sea. And that they... What would base knowledge be? They procreate in ways we don't understand. They don't like we do. We have a baby and then that grows up, they think they work differently.
Of course. I guess the last thing that's on my mind is what it offered in a way out, if that's even a thing.
I mean, if you want it.
Would it work for everybody here, not just us,
I think
individuals?
I think what we have to look at it like this, right? And let's be straight up. I mean, even though I had my misconceptions being a follower of Tiamat, you seem like someone who cares about the greater good in the greater good. Let's put it like that. This elder dragon, Illithid dragon, whatever you want to call it, seems to be only looking out for itself and the things it cares about. And whatever this portal would be, it would not be sufficient to save everyone. It would only be sufficient to save a small group of people. How would you get even if you could keep it up for a longer amount of time, how many people could you actually get through it? And where would they end up? Would they be straight driven into the hands of the Illithid? Because to this entity, this creature, it sees dominance. It sees dominating others as a mercy.
Yeah.
And I think we're lucky that we got out.
We're also
I
lucky
saw
that it
as ourselves.
didn't see us as a threat either to
I think it
kill
saw
us.
us as a threat, but it was confident enough to deal with us.
Mm, well,
I mean, it's not wrong. Probably could.
it's not, no. But not in the way where it didn't see us to attack us right away.
No.
I think it also understands the value of just not pissing off everyone.
True.
Especially in
kinda-
a place with multiple dragons that are around, I'm sure they would still be able to beat it, right?
Probably.
I mean, it's while it does seem to have a greater size, I would think the power difference between that and Hansu would be different.
It's a numbers game in the end, anyway.
Mhm.
If you have, how many dragons are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You
So
have
8, 9.
8. Nope, 9.
Yeah, 8. 8.
Nine?
I counted the one that got killed. I counted one that got murdered.
You got
Like we have 8.
the
We have
three,
8 left.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just these two are up here.
Yeah, it says we have 9 left. 2 of them are gravely, 2.5 are gravely injured. Don't know how much the Slissy dragon is injured to the. Doesn't seem to be injured to the extent of the Ares gate and the Raka one, but still injured. So, but I think like if they all banded together, they would be able to kill it. But I feel like there's value to be had in not making enemies out of things that don't want to be your enemy. And who knows, we might at one point cross paths again, and then remembering our peaceful previous interaction, we might be able to get something positive out of it.
Hopefully.
It seems to value knowledge.
Maybe thanks to this other entity it spoke about.
I've never seen a pink tiefling before. Very interesting.
Through a little bit of my travels, I would agree. They seem to be more of, at least
Thought they
either
were
the,
more-
the shades of either red or yellow, but
Yeah, very interesting.
Hmm.
Seems to be a librarian, what he said.
that is correct.
Very
I
interesting.
don't know a ton of librarians that can travel like that so freely.
Well,
Wait, I'm just gonna roll something, and if I roll net 20,
so
fucking close.
So close.
So close. That was so fucking close. If I would have rolled net 20, I would have made a comment about the library from campaign 1, but I didn't, so I'll keep it. I will stay down. But goddamn, that was so fucking close.
What's the
Wow.
comment gonna be?
Oh, there's a library that spans multiple realms,
Oh, really?
and it's sentient.
we
Wait.
can talk about that later.
We
Anyways,
can talk about it out of campaign, but like I rolled at 19, so I don't know. But so let's leave it at that. Like she at least have like a moment where she like really focused, and then she's like, "Ah, it's nothing."
well,
Yeah.
let's get our rest because we would have to go through possibly enemy territory of Zetham, correct? If we
And we
want
can
to.
scoot out the outside.
We might, yeah.
It's like if we. I
Oh,
don't know
okay,
how
bolts
far.
there, right?
Don't know how far they have spread it. What did you say?
Oh, well, I hope Bolt got out of there safely.
At least looks at 8. And like he knows he can't really see her per se. She sort of sees top down, but she makes a face at him of like pity, and it's like, and then she says, "Well, don't know how much you have to worry about."
What do you mean by that?
I mean, maybe you should think about look back and remember the last time we saw him.
Yes. I know, I should have.
She look at
I
away.
regret that. I regret not staying for him. and not saying goodbye.
Sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
He was not in a good spot when we left him.
At least looks at Prime, and it's like this was not a sacrifice in any way or form.
He volunteered himself to help Clarence with just helping him figure out what happened to that spirit that he had inside of him. Did a lot of mental damage, we'll say, to him.
So what you're saying is that he helped someone out with no personal gain and had to give up a piece of himself? That sounds a lot like sacrifice.
It's more like what happened afterwards.
It was, yeah.
Oh, okay. Why did you leave?
That's what I meant with. Yeah, that's the thing.
I was more focused on my goal, my task, my goal, everything. I neglected a lot of things
What
when
was
it
your
came
goal?
to my family.
So you left a member of your family to save the whole of your family? That sounds pretty fair.
Apart from that, we didn't know
No,
where his family was.
I didn't know where they were, and
Did
I
you
took Bolt's kindness and caring nature for granted, I'll say.
Would you
To be
rather have
fair.
the opportunity to find your family or know that you might be able to help both? From what I understand, you probably wouldn't have been able to do a whole lot. I'm not knocking
N-
you.
no, I'm not. It's more, I guess, regret on that aspect of not being nicer to him at that point before it happened, and taking his kindness for granted and not really focused on what he was giving me there and at that moment.
How much does Prime know about Ace? Like background. I don't think I know a whole lot about his background. Or do I know about his parents and his family and stuff like that?
From what I remember, I think you might only know the fact that he was also a guild member and probably still is of Zetham, of the
Okay.
Blades of Light, but I don't think too much else was really known or informed of.
Then I will not state that. I will leave it. Well, I know that I personally would put the needs of many over the needs of one.
Maybe, yeah. But sometimes that needs of the one helps you find the needs of the help you with the needs of the many, if that makes sense.
Would you have found your family if you would have stayed with him?
I wouldn't have been able to find them without him.
That's not the question, though.
No, I wouldn't have, but I wouldn't have been able to find him without him though either.
True. Sometimes there's things you just have to live with.
True.
So you can see us from the top down.
It's a more of an overhead kind of feel. It's like a bird's eye view.
Prime immediately flips him off. Can you see
Mm.
that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
It's a lot more different from what it was before. Before I could only see outlines of you. Shapes.
I wonder how the dark vision thing fucks with this.
It
Pitch black.
it's dark, like as the night goes on, like it's
No, I mean like more like if I use the dark vision spell on him, see if it fucks with him like last time.
Oh, that would be interesting,
Um,
but
that was like that was a trip.
Pretty good.
I was seeing triple in triple shape because you guys kept moving around and it would show like where you were before, and then as you're moving, and then you stopped where you currently were. No, it's like having a concussion.
wow.
Elisa's gonna like move off to the side after staring into into I guess whatever fight we have going for like 1,000 yards there, and then
Before you leave, are we
yes.
setting a guard?
Oh, I'm gonna be coming back. We can.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna go off to the side and do something.
My bad.
After the whole like bolt conversation, I'm going to ritually cast scrying.
Okay. Well, who are you scrying on?
Bolt.
Make a Arcana check.
He did.
Oh shit!
22.
Nice. And then
You're rolling high on these intelligence checks.
Yeah, the game's telling me that I can have things.
Okay.
The DC is like 22. 22. Because I know him
so-
well.
So you as you kind of sit there and think, you first feel like nothing worked as you see the woods around you, but then you realize it's not raining. The trees look different, looks dry. Then you realize you are seeing who you intended to see. The last time you saw Bolt, he was a little bit well dressed, not like a noble or anything, but just proper attire. Held himself up in a certain standard, but you see, while it's getting late, you can see the like little bit of shadows moving around. Make a perception check for me.
54. I love it how with a fucking ass roll I still do well. God damn, I love this perception bonus.
You can tell that these are other individuals. Other Dragonborns. You notice about Bolt, first off, his attire is different. Very primitive in nature. You see he's currently packing a couple of jars, look like with sand.
God damn it!
I was thinking the
fucker.
moment
got
he
a
started
jar,
mentioning it,
but-
my head was like, he said no, I'm
But-
100% sure.
But you see he puts it next to like looks like other jars that might have herbs in it. It seems maybe he still continues along his path of healing as a druid, as you knew him to be. But it just seems more like of a kind of like a what is it, like a ritual healer? And kind of, yeah.
More like the
But
shaman
it's-
way.
Yeah, the shamans. But
Where would this be? Like if it's desert and shit. Is this on this continent? Like
no, it's not
where
a
is it?
desert. It's you see,
Oh.
it's in the woods.
Oh, okay.
It's just he must have collected a couple of sand before and brought it to wherever.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in the desert.
No, because there's no desert here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But where the fuck
Like-
did he go to another continent?
You might say this is the closest thing, but like that wouldn't be a true desert, but it'd be close to a desert if be. It's like rocky sand, but no, he's not there. But that's kind of what you see, and as it's kind of
So
dark.
he's like in the woods here to the west of us. Is that sort of where he is?
I mean, you
Or
don't.
do I
know.
recognize the woods because we've been there a few times?
You can
You
make a
recognize
nature
the
check.
trees. Yeah, I still hate the fact that this is fucking
Fucking
intelligence.
nature.
Smack bang in the middle.
Well, you
I'm not that much of a
know,
druid.
you only know of one true dragonborn outcast, and that was the ones that are actually kind of around where you guys are. But you do happen to recall, you met 3 of them, even though you killed them. You did met 3 of them here, who he did say were traveling westward. So he could probably still be somewhere in the Esbo forest. Just who knows where.
Well, at least he's not a vampire flying thingy.
So
Also, I think it would be funny now that I have the little cauldron that when I scry, I just put water in the cauldron and I see it in the cauldron. The cauldron is my scrying thing.
Yeah.
It'd be funny as fuck. It's leaking a bit of water, so I need to keep
Yeah.
I need to keep refilling the water.
well, luckily for you, it's raining outside. So
Yeah, so it's like it just keeps filling up. I'm like, good. I guess after like my little divination, I just waltz back and I just look at Aid. Well, I can give you one thing, even though he's not himself anymore. This is not a flying vampire thing.
That's good, at least.
And he's in the woods somewhere with some other dragonborn. I thought I'd
Where?
check on it.
He wouldn't know. AF wouldn't know the exact location of that either, would he? No.
because
Just know.
It just looked like woods.
Bolt never really gone out of Zetham because he was, while a guild member, he was a dedicated healer to trying to help the people, not just guild members, but the people as well. But the fact that if at least it kind of explained, a little bit of his attire and circumstance, if you will, like you would know that is not Bolt.
It's sad.
Bolt really didn't even mess with herbal like medicines. He knew the druidic ways of healing, and maybe he did know some remedies or things, but that wasn't his focus.
Yeah, he didn't really use herbs. Well, I don't think he used them for me. I don't know if he used them for other people. So that's different.
Well,
But it's good that he's alright.
I mean, he's alive.
Yeah.
He's not who he used to be anymore, but he's alive. I sort of wanted to know because I would also feel bad if he's now a flying vampire thingy. That would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have sucked. Yeah. So what's the plan for tomorrow? Are we trying to avoid Zephyr through the north, or are we south-ish?
Through the north is a straight line, right?
Sounds fine.
Yeah, about as straight as it can be, diagonally.
Yeah.
Let's go straight. We'd end up in the water.
Yeah, no, that's probably the bad idea. I mean, I could turn into like a, what is it? Like a whale or something. Go like, ooh, swim.
Ooh.
It's a sound that the whales make in this world. Ooh.
Ooh. Just one single ooh.
As
Ooh.
as you guys draw upon the close for the night, we'll end it there. And we'll start next time on the 38th, which is also rainy.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Can I know I have to sleep, right? But like, can I try to keep like an ear out for like thunder, like a thunderstorm, since it's still raining?
I mean, if you're asleep, you're asleep.
I know. Yeah.
The only reason why it kind of works...
You have to be an elf to do that.
The only reason why it works just because of the trance itself, and it's described as that way.
Yeah. Never mind then.
But she still is, even with the 4 hours that she's awake, she still really can't be doing anything, or it doesn't still count. She still has to have at least like an 8 hour of relaxation, if you will.
It's just that I'm always conscious in a way, so I can listen out for the storms if you really need me to, but I can't go around and do shit.
I was wondering. I didn't know if like thunderstorms would wake you up or not. That was what I was thinking.
I hear thunderstorm now in the music.
There is, so. But it's
also,
very,
I would have sat on the, like a bigger tree. Like I see there's some trees. I would have sat on a bigger tree and I would have drawn Tentacle Daddy pictures and then I slide them into Prime's pack and into Voice's pack. I'm like,
You laughed at it too.
How good is the drawing?
extremely good. It's Elise.
Elise
all she
does
is draw.
good. She's like good at drawing.
All right.
She's like,
all right.
you know when you have one of those friends that you wish you had, where you're like, hey, can you draw this? And they literally draw exactly what you want. That's Elise, because Elise has been drawing for like 30 years essentially, and just like all the time, like every evening.
Yes, plus it's been mentioned that most of the nights she does tend to constantly draw and try to somewhat map the constellation. So
She just likes drawing shit.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a gimmick that I've turned into something fun for me, where I can do shit like that. Where I'm like, I'm gonna draw Tentacle Daddy.
But nevertheless, as we end it there, thank you everybody for coming out and joining us. Very fun. Some callbacks you will never know. But regardless,
One I almost got. The one that got away.
but nevertheless, thank you everybody for coming out and joining us.
Like and subscribe if you like Tentacle Daddy.
Yeah, subscribe if you like Tentacle Daddy. If not, like, I don't know why you're watching this.
Please share for fan art of Tentacle Daddy.
Not that it matters to you guys, because I upload them in a inconsistent like manner. But we either may play next week, we may not. Who knows? We'll figure that out later. But nevertheless, thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.